Hello? What's up?
Hey, Carl, what's up?
All right, folks, welcome to Group Chat episode number 30. Today, we got a great show for you guys. We're going to talk about product. We're going to do trivia. We're going to do turbo takes. We got a call from Mia Brookes, who just recently turned pro. We also talk about Armada Snowboards and their new launch with Stefi Luxton and Danimals. We're going to talk about When Doves Cry, Bode's new movie, as well as Ted Borland's new movie, Spike. And all kinds of great Instagram questions, Patreon questions. It's going to be a fun time. Before we get into the show, I got to say thank you so much to all the sponsors that come on board. Pacifico, Woodward, Bubs, Yeti, Nidecker, Arbor, Vans, Coyne, Ikon, Patagonia, CAPiTA, Union, Nitro, Momentous, Herschel, Mammoth, Armada 686, and Kodiak Cakes. Thank you guys so much for supporting the show and letting us do what we do here at the Bomb Hole. And today in studio to my right, we got Colorado native Jack Coyne. What's happening, Jack?
What's up, Chris? Thanks for having me.
Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Nice. Hyped you're in here. Silk D's on production. We're having an audio malfunction, so unfortunately, he's not here, but still, can you yell just to prove that you're in studio?
What's up, everybody?
Nice. Love that. To my left, we got Bode Merrill in studio. What's happening, Bode?
Not much. Happy to be here.
Love that you're here. And frequent guest to the show, Ted Borland. Been on the show a lot lately. How are we doing, Ted?
Doing good. How are we doing, everybody else?
We're doing great. We're doing great. I got a great topic right off the rip I think we should jump into. Huge, exciting news. Screen Grab Magazine. It's been a joke for a long time. We've joked about it for probably a decade, but now it's coming to reality. Bode, what's going on with Screen Grab Mag?
Well, Screen Grab Mag, like you said, started as a joke because sadly, snowboard photography is kind of in a sad state, and there's not a lot of photographers out there unless they work for a brand, and we just haven't had a photographer around anywhere we've been for the last 10 years or so. So the joke was if an amazing moment happened, we'd be like, all right, just, chalk that one up to Screen Grab Mag, or like Screen Grab Mag cover of the day, So it was honestly Shane's kind of, he kind of dreamt it up and started the Instagram, and then me and Shane and Aspen were talking. We're like, let's bring it to reality and actually make a magazine and make some fun out of it. So that's what we did, and it's coming out very shortly.
I love it. I'm really excited about it. A lot of possibility with Screen Grab Mag. One theory I heard early is that there was potential to do an issue where every single photo in the magazine was a cover.
Yeah, that was an original concept. I mean, how amazing would that be if every, spiral bound, you flip the page, oh, another cover. Oh, another cover. Oh, another cover. Like, it's an honor to get a cover. So if you gave, 75 people the chance to get a cover, I mean, everyone's happy and people would be hyped. But
think about the social media rollout for that issue.
Oh, yeah.
Just every day there's a new digital cover.
You're just surprising people with their cover all over town, everywhere.
It would be pandemonium.
80 cover reveals.
You have cover number 26.
Yeah. So we didn't end up doing that for issue 1, but it's, it's still out there. We might do it in the future.
I also heard a potential cover being talked about where you took the photo of Jared Elston on the wind lip and also the photo of Ben Ferg, and then you put both of those on the cover to really throw everybody for a loop.
Yeah. Well, in true Screen Grab fashion, we'd have to see it online and then take a screenshot of it and then mock up our own, cover out of that screenshot. And then the back cover would be Pat Moore's hand plant on the same feature.
And then I'd like to give another late submission because I filmed Baden's Back Rodeo 5 with my phone. So we could screen grab that and get another cover on that one.
Ooh, all right. Maybe we'll have a full cover issue of just cover reissues. All the best covers that work.
That's a smart play.
Yeah.
Now, being a media juggernaut, you have Screen Grab Mag, but is there possible for like screen record, media as well?
That's another idea being floated around. Once we get established in the space, there's talk of screen record the video. And basically we would just record a bunch of dope shit that's been done and make our own video.
Dude, the sick thing about that is you can just reverse Be like, all my clips are switched now.
That would be tight. Yes,
That's
I
a
love
smart
that.
play. That's a smart play. Anything notable about the new issue? I don't know much about what's going on with it. Tell me about it.
Yeah, well, the idea was to make it fun, not serious, and to collaborate with anyone and everyone who wanted to be a part of it. So we reached out to the community, the snowboard community and beyond, a lot of videographers, a lot of photographers, and just homies. And we got hit with an overwhelming amount of submissions, which was awesome. And it was hard to cut down into 75 pages. But yeah, I mean, Ted submitted some stuff and a bunch of different filmmakers. And so there's a few pages for everybody. And we want to support everybody who supports us and make it inclusive. So moving forward, we want to get even more people involved and even have user submissions, just anybody out there sharing the love for what we do, we want to include. So that's basically the idea of it. And we just want to make it fun. And,
I love when something that's a complete joke comes to reality and it's actually fucking awesome. And favorite, is there like a standout photo? Is there some funny photos? Like, I can only imagine the amount when you're going through screenshots of ridiculous stuff that comes across that made it into the mag. Is there like any ridiculous moments that come to mind?
Not really, but we did have some cover controversy, which has been going around. So the cover that Shane mocked up, we actually didn't know who it was. And we had an idea and we hit him up and they're like, yeah, I think that's me. And then somebody else was like, no, I think that's me, actually. And we're like, we didn't know who it was for a minute. And we had to do some detective work, but we were thinking about just unveiling the cover and then doing a vote for who you think the cover is. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see about that one.
Amazing. And you can find Screen Grab Mag on Instagram too, as well.
Yes, there's about maybe 100 followers right now and a lot of terrible grainy content being thrown up on there. But we're going to polish it up and start posting some good stuff from this winter, last winter, and beyond.
I'll tell you, as a member of the media community, you're going to rock the world with this thing. I can already tell. Photographers have got to be psyched, too. Just like, God damn it.
Well, yeah, no, we actually had, we're not just screen grab only, we have awesome photos in there from professional photographers. We have screen grabs, video grabs, and
have you thought about,
we have art in there.
Have you thought about making the photographers screen grab their high res photos?
Yes, that was our original idea, and they were like, it'd kind of be cool if there was some like high quality images in there. We don't want everything to be blurry.
A sick one from that. Shane showed me a little bit of the mag and Lucas Buford drew on one of my photos, and I was super hyped on that because I followed him since I was 14, and I was like, that's so sick. I was drawing on my own photos as a kid, being like, he's the sickest. So I was stoked on that one.
Legendary. All right, we're going to keep this thing moving. We're getting right into trivia. Run through a wall trivia. Here we go.
Through wall trivia.
You ready, Jack?
No.
You're fired.
All right, so since Silk doesn't have a mic, I will explain it. The winner gets this spray-painted bottle of salts with a super-glued mini trophy on top. Very coveted handwritten font. I just did 3 minutes before we started recording. So that's the trophy. Silk, should we make the loser take the Zach Hale photo in the lobby home? Okay, Zach gave us this thing that it's not a gift, it's really more of a burden. So it's him doing a backflip 4 feet off the ground. Our last loser did not take it home. So we just can't get rid of this thing. So whoever loses this one, my guess is going to be Jack is going to lose this.
I got some good room in my truck.
Yeah,
so I'm planning on taking that thing home.
I think Ted could do pretty good. Bode's good too. My money's on Ted though. We'll see. And Silk will have eyes on all you guys. First person to buzz gets the answer. If you buzz before I finish reading the question, I will stop right there. I won't continue reading the question. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? You don't get it right. Wrong answers, got to do salt. Okay, here we go. First question. What snowboarder has designed a line for Gucci?
Trevor Andrew.
That's correct. Bode's on the board. Next question. What pro snowboarder was also a professional high diver?
Bobby Meeks.
That's correct, Bode, with a commanding lead. All right, Jack, focus up. In 2022, what female rider won half pipe gold in the Olympics?
Oh, Caitlin Farrington?
Chloe Kim.
2022?
Yep. Yes. You got to hit a salt, Jack. You actually said the right answer and then went wrong. All right, Jack, you might be able to get this one. Here we go. What American half... also, I want to preface this with I'm probably not naming the trick right, but I'm going to do it anyway. What American half-pipe snowboarder is known for doing double Michael Chuck late back 180?
Taylor Gold.
That's correct. What do you call that trick, by the way?
I think he was calling it the Chuck Taylor.
The Chuck Taylor.
Yeah.
I like that.
That's a sick one.
That's a good name.
That's
Chuck
honestly
Taylor.
probably the scariest trick I've seen recently.
Oh, yeah. Next question. This is my favorite question in the entire segment. Granite Towers Equity Group is owned by what?
Dan Breezy.
Yes.
Son of a bitch.
In regards to a rail trick, what is an owl head?
Backside 360 out of a backside 50-50.
That's correct. Ted's on the board.
I got
right.
another one.
got two.
I got two.
Oh, you got two. Okay. What snowboarder board slid their Red Bull Heavy Metal trophy in a robot food movie?
Scotty Arnold.
That's correct.
Ah, a little late on that one.
You got to get your hand on the buzzer, Ted.
I'm trying to be
What are you trying to do?
make it harder for myself.
Okay, focus up. What pro snowboard... let me restart. What pro skateboarder had a pro model snowboard with stepchild?
Fuck, I had it and I lost it. Give me a salt.
Okay, where are they? Nobody knows this?
I hit the button, but
Lizard
I
King.
There it is.
All right.
Technically, you don't have to do assault. You got it right.
I'll take it.
All right. What is Lucas Foster's signature halfpipe?
Alley-oop double McTwist.
That's correct.
Shit.
I can't believe you didn't get that, Jack.
Yeah. I heard Lucas Foster.
That's bad.
Gotta be
He's gonna
quick on the sticks.
he's gonna
Cooking that.
he's gonna be disappointed in you. All right, it's a little bit of a niche question, but it's really mainly for me. What pro snowboarder once sprayed gasoline in their own face while filling up their snowmobile?
Did I get that? That was me.
It had to come up at some point. Where in Colorado was Shaun White's Project X halfpipe located?
Silverton?
There he is.
Wow.
How many's Jack got?
Jack's got two. Ted has three. Bode has six.
Wow.
Jesus, you guys are...
I knew this.
It's not good, Ted. All right, there's still some questions left. In Freddie Perry's Renaissance Man video part, who is the puppet in that film?
Louis parody.
That's correct. Okay. Name one of Pterodacty's board sponsors.
Genius Snowboards.
That's correct. Also rode for Morrow and Sims. During the filming of the snowboard video Pop, what rider hiked up and jumped Chad's Gap?
Forest Shearer.
That is correct. After the session was over, you didn't even let me finish. But
We're tied.
Oh, shit.
are they?
Yeah.
I'm coming back.
This is a fucking great question for the end. So this is closest number wins. So everybody guess a number, and the one that's closest. I don't think we're gonna do prices right. It's just closest.
We don't get to hit the button anymore?
You can all hit the button, but let me. All right. How many tricks does Scott Stevens have in his Thanks Brain video part? All right, Jack, I'm going to let you go first because you have the least chance of winning this.
54.
54.
I actually knew this at one point, but that knowledge is long gone. And I think that was close. I'm going 63.
170.
And our winner of Run Through a Wall Trivia is Bode Merrill. The correct answer is 61 tricks. He's got 61 tricks. Congratulations, Bode.
Wow.
That was major. 61.
Winner two. He won our
Oh, you got to take the Zach Hale photo home in the lobby.
Hey, shout out to Zach Hale. We love you, and you take shit better than anybody.
I love Zach, but I think he brought us this photo that his mom printed of him. That's like, you know, the one your mom's gonna pick's not gonna be the best one. He's got a lot of great photos out there.
Dude, my favorite Zach Hale story is I was at US Open, probably 12 years old. I'm in the junior jam at this point, but I go up to the Burton tent and I meet Zach Nigro, and I roll up to all my homies after, like, yo, I just met Zach Hale. Like, so hyped.
Legendary. I love that. Okay, I think we're gonna get into our next segment here. I think that was good trivia, Silk. You guys have fun?
That was a
I
good
had a
one.
great
I knew
time.
Bode was going to win.
Yeah, Bodie's pretty good.
You came back with a vengeance.
Also, I want to say that in the 61 clips, I counted lines as a single clip.
Wow.
So, like, it's actually probably higher if you go individual clips.
That's insane.
Lines were one clip.
And how long that dude battles for one clip?
Yeah.
That's insane.
This is a young Scott Stevens.
Yeah, he was a kind of a clip machine back then.
All right, we're just going to jump right into our next segment here. This is what we call Nitro Turbo Takes. Here we go.
Welcome to Nitro Turbo Takes.
Presented by Nitro Snowboards. These questions are submitted by Pindu Elias.
Nitro Snowboards has been building snowboard products, boards, boots, and bindings for over 34 years and has one simple mission: to inspire people to get out and go snowboarding and support their local and global community by supporting the shops, the organizations, and the people who are dedicating their lives to this.
Okay, we're going to jump right in. Cracking a coldie? Love that. This is for everybody. Which movie are you looking forward to seeing most this winter? Ted, why don't we start with you?
I think Atlas 2. Just big fan of everyone involved in that. Colton Feldman's probably my favorite snowboard videographer. Pretty much a guaranteed hit.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Bodie?
Probably Sage's movie. I've heard it's insane. And I'm a little more drawn to the backcountry videos these days.
Jack?
I know it just came out, didn't watch it yet, but The Realm seems really sick. Stala is one of my favorites, so hyped to see his clips and all the rest of the Canadians.
All right, this next question is for Jack. Bar up or bar down?
Bar up or bar down? I go bar down.
Whew.
Rest your foot. Chill out. You hear stories of homies getting blown off the lift. Fuck that.
Good take. This question's for Bodie. What's up with your butter takeoff progression? Where did it come from?
I don't think there's like a single place where it came from. I think just evolution over the years and trying to think up new ways to get creative and progress my personal snowboarding. I'm just not one that likes to do the same trick over and over year after year. So just thinking of new ways to snowboard on backcountry features. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like a lot of the inspo probably came from like Knuckle Huck and X Games and all those guys doing that kind of stuff and trying to build on what they did, but in a more backcountry setting.
Like, what's your ratio of like these ideas that are kind of wild working to not working, out of curiosity?
Usually they don't work. But like a lot of them, maybe they work after a lot of trial and error. So like a lot of the stuff that I have in the upcoming video, like maybe I've been trying for like a few years on different features. And a lot of it comes down to finding the feature. Because if the feature isn't right for it, you can't, it's like not possible. Like you can go in front three, almost anything, but like there has to be a very, very specific setup for like certain butter to flip tricks and stuff like that.
Well said. All right, next question is for Ted. What's your favorite part about filming a snowboard movie?
Oh, I think the feelings that I get on top of the feelings that the riders get after landing a trick, especially when like so much work is put into every single clip, like the instant moment when they're trying something really hard and they get it how they want to get it. I think that's the best feeling. And then trying to, that's my answer. I won't dive any further.
Okay, next question is for everybody. Who's got the best 270 in snowboarding?
Justin Benny.
Whew.
Tommy Gesme.
I'm going to say Marty Vachon.
Spencer just popped into my head, so I'm going Spencer Schubert.
Yep. All right, Jack, what's your favorite jump at Brighton?
I mean, swimming pools. I hit it like 4 times last year in a different way. My first backcountry thing we did with Bode was swimming pools, I believe. That was a fire day.
Didn't you do like a switchback 9 or something?
I just switched back rodeo 9.
But that's
last
what it
year.
was. Yeah.
And then first day we hit it, I just did like a front 5 and a switchback 7. And then I tried to cab 12 it a couple times, but never got there.
Damn, Chuck roast. All right, Bode, what is your favorite video part you've ever filmed?
Heavy. That's a pretty big
Good
list.
I don't know, man.
12's up there. 12's got to be up there. Reckless Abandon's got to be up there.
Yeah,
those are the 2, I feel like.
That one for me is
This
kinda
recent
unbeatable.
one's up there too.
The 12 one was special because I was young and like really coming up, and the Neverland one came before that, but like I didn't feel like that was as deserved. And then 12 was the first year where I was like, okay, I feel like I'm deserving of this video part. And just like the Gucci Mane song and all the lifeys on top of the AK peaks was pretty fun to do. I remember all the other riders were like, why the fuck are we wasting our time like filming this idiot lift his arms up in the air on top of these peaks? Like, can we go snowboard?
It was worth it.
Oh yeah, and was that your first year you went to AK, or did you go to Neverland too?
That was the first year.
Yeah, because you went to Birthday Bowl and freaking put a beat down. That was awesome.
Yep, Birthday Bowl, very, very special place.
Okay, this next question is for Ted. How many times did Dominic Wagner want to change his video part in Spike?
Oh my gosh. He had a good number. He had a good heavy number. I don't know if I made double digits of his parts, but it was up there. It was very similar to how he does tricks. I think I labeled a couple of his where it would be like Dom Wagner blank 17, where he would just have like 17 makes. His part kind of has similar amount of makes.
So he reps everything till it's perfect?
Yeah.
Crazy.
But yeah, no, he wasn't that bad. I'm going to say I probably have like 8 different songs to his part.
Damn. These questions are submitted by Canute, by the way, so this is for me. I didn't come up with these questions. Chris, what's up with the status of the Bomb Hole limo? Well, funny you ask, Canute. It's actually for sale on KSL right now. The good thing about this limo, it's all highway, never been landed on by a snowboarder ever. Never been backflip, hook your nose, skewer to scorpion, tear in the top. It's perfect conditions, but it's currently for sale because we never drive it, and it's not passing inspection. But it's a great vehicle, so you should buy it. Next question. Everybody, do you detune your edges or do you keep them fresh?
I'm out the box. Just bored.
Keep them fresh?
I don't detune with a file, but a stone. I'll take a stone and run them over just to take the bite off a little bit.
I do 5 swoops each side with a file.
5 swoops.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Good swoops. Like I do the proper like angle of the file against the edge and put all my weight into it. And I do, probably 5 on each.
Damn, I didn't know we had a 5 swoop guy on our hands. Mm-hmm. All right, this next question is for Jack. Who's one of your favorite up-and-coming riders?
I think Lane Weaver's an insane one. Canadian. I think from here, like Hunter Goulet and Nick Miller are doing it really well. 2 of my best friends, and that list can go on and on. I think there's a lot of young dudes who aren't getting the love, but...
Ted, do you want to weigh in on this?
I was also going to say Nick Miller, especially after getting to film with him we went on a trip with him. Just seeing him in person was pretty sick.
Cool. Yeah. A couple other names that come to mind. You got Noah and Micah Colville in the new Rome video. Awesome. Gibby, Bobby Stitt, Jesse Jarrett. There's some kind of elite up-and-coming kids right now.
Liam Johnson.
Whew.
He's fire.
Bode, will you ever hit Chad's Gap again?
No, I've never hit Chad's Gap in the first place.
Okay, will you ever hit it ever though?
I have no desire to build it and actually like jump it. But I do have a trick for it.
Are you going to tell us what it is?
Yeah, I've always wanted to fakie ollie it.
Fire.
Be actually serious?
Yes.
Jesus.
I just think it's a funny trick. It's hilarious.
It's a
You don't have to
sick
make
joke.
it look good, but
It is a
I just
sick
think it would be
joke.
funny.
You are a lunatic. That's like, I think, the
That's so
last
lit.
trick.
Yeah.
I mean, respect. It's like when Sage went to Pyramid and he did a switch stink bug over the whole thing. Do you guys remember that? I don't think it ever got used.
No,
but-
I never saw it.
Yeah, he went off Pyramid, switch straight air, no poke whatsoever.
Such a savage
legend.
clip to like not even see the light of day.
That's another sick joke. All right, Ted, last question. What advice would you give an aspiring snowboard filmmaker?
Make sure you're all about the snowboarding. It is less about the videography and more about showing the snowboarders the best that you can.
Well said.
Do you think there's like a good mix of that though? Because
I mean, instead, you definitely have to be good at filming and editing and like know what you're doing. And you need to know like at least a little bit of the history of snowboard videos so that you're not just like completely ripping someone else off. But you got to be like true to the snowboard culture and to the riders and do them justice.
Well said. All right. We had a chance to catch up with Stefi Luxton and Danimals. Big news in the industry. Armada is making snowboards. So we wanted to talk about that and we caught up with them. So let's check that out.
All right, we're going to take a quick second here to talk about Pacifico, the official beer of the Bombhole and the Snow League. Pacifico's been all up in the action sports landscape lately, and that's because they're a brew that really gets what snowboarding is all about. They're about finding your own way, exploring the side hits, and making the journey all your own. That's how we do it, and that's how Pacifico does it. We're really stoked for this partnership as the Snow League continues, along with our coverage of every event this season, seeing some of the best in the world shred and celebrate the wins. We know it's going to be a great time having Pacifico along for the journey, especially when that day ends and it's time for a toast. So whether you've dropped in and hit the slopes yourself or you just soaked it all in from the sidelines, crack open a cold one and celebrate after the ride. Find your own way with Pacifico. 21 plus, discover responsibly. Pacifico Clara beer, imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
All right. Whether you're carving fresh powder or just heading out for your first runs of the season, the right gear makes all the difference. That's where ShadyRays snow goggles come in. They've got the perfect goggles to get you started on the mountain, everything you need in one go without the hassle. And if you're the type who likes to customize your setup, they've got you covered there too. From lens swaps to strap options, you can build your own look and ride in your own style. And here's the best part. If your goggles take a hit, you're covered from day one with broken protection. And if they're just not the right fit, free 30-day returns make it easy to swap or send them back. So gear up with premium goggles built for the mountain with style and protection you need at a price that keeps it all within reach. So at the Bombhole, we've teamed up with ShadyRays to bring you an exclusive offer. Head to ShadyRays.com, use promo code BOMBHOLE for 30% off goggles and polarized sunglasses. Be confident anywhere under the sun with ShadyRays, the eyewear that has your back.
What up, guys? It's Jed here with Nidecker Snowboards for Nidecker Need to Know. Each episode for the rest of the year, you can win some pretty sweet product like this Nidecker Escape Snowboard. This thing is pretty dang awesome. It's kind of an all-mountain board. I like it to jib on too. You can jib the whole mountain on this board. That's what you need to know. If you want to win this thing, go to this week's guest photo and comment your answer to this question. What is your favorite place to go snowboarding? Blow up your local secret spot. I need to know it. Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Okay, picture this. One day you're chasing POW, the next, street skating in a city you don't even live in. Whatever your vibe is, chill, bold, classic, wild, Cole makes headwear that adapts because style's not a fixed thing. Cole Headwear. However many hats you wear, make them Cole. And I'm also currently wearing a bonnet provided by Cole Headwear. Let me tell you, this thing is clean. So check out coleheadwear.com and remember, however many hats you wear, make them cool. All right, folks, we got big news coming from Armada Snowboards. We got a few team members in studio. The first 2 signed over at Armada. Today we got Stefi Luxton to my right. What's happening, Stefi?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Happy that you're in here. We got Danimals to my left.
What's up, dude?
Dirt Bike Dan. And then Jody's just sitting in on this.
Hey, stoked to be here.
Cool. Let's just start from the beginning because it's interesting. You know, I know some people had some reservations about Armada being a ski company jumping into the snow space. I know, Dan, you were the first rider that got called. Why don't you talk us through getting the call and why you chose to go with Armada?
Yeah, it was. Honestly, the call was not that crazy because it came from Tanner and T-Bird. So those guys were, I don't know, those guys are the shit. I've known them for a long time. And Tanner was the guy that got me on ride. And he kind of called me and was like, all right, I got something for you. Like, listen up. Like, let's go through the whole thing and just like talk about this. And he kind of gives me the whole proposal, tells me what he's doing, how cool he thinks it can be, talking about the owner, who's involved already. And I'd always kind of joked with Tanner that, like, when we were at Ride, it was so sick having him there. And I always joked by being like, yo, wherever you go, like, take me with you. Then, like, he gets out of snowboarding, years go by, it's just a joke, And then all of a sudden he called me, gives me the rundown. I was like, all right, well, better put my money where my mouth is. Like, sounds cool, let's do it. And that was pretty much it for me.
Amazing. Stefi, what was the call like for yourself?
For me, Dan had already signed on and there was talk around the snowboard world. I feel like a lot of people had heard about it and a lot of people knew that Dan had already signed on. So when I got the call up, it was it was probably like around November, December. I can't really remember last year. And I was surprised actually. Like I was surprised that I was like someone that Tanner thought about calling up. So it was like an honor and just surprising, exciting, and pretty much a no-brainer as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's cool. And it seems like talking to Tanner, once you guys signed on, other team riders were less hesitant. Now I want to get into, this is like talking to Tanner and T-Bird. I thought it's really interesting because it's kind of like starting a board brand for dummies. Like imagine you get the keys to a board brand and you're starting it from scratch, all new boards, all new shapes. I don't know that all you guys had that much experience in starting a brand from scratch. What was it like with a blank canvas being like, all right, we're making a line of snowboarding? What was the process like, Dan?
It was interesting for sure. They had like their engineers who they all know all good and well, like exactly what a board needs, how many we should have, who it's going to be for, the whole deal. But then, like me, Josh, Tanner, T-Bird, we're sitting there and we're like, we got ideas. We kind of know some things that we want, and we don't know all the ins and outs of side cuts and everything that we want necessarily. I have like a little bit of knowledge in that from selling boards in the past and knowing what I think rides good. But we were literally sitting there by being like, all right, there's going to be 8 snowboards. There's going to be 3 women's, 3 men's, 2 unisex, and we need to come up with shapes for everything. And we literally went to like a Kinko's, printed out like full-size pieces of paper, or like the full size of a snowboard, pieces of paper with cutouts of the shapes of snowboards. And we're just laying them on top of snowboards so we could get like the tip and tail, like rise a little bit. And we'd sit there and just mix like this nose with this tail, whatever, and just be like standing over them, kind of like, well, that looks pretty cool for a backcountry board, so let's try this. And then be like, same thing for whatever, park board, street board, unisex, whatever. And then we didn't have any women at the time, so like we would have really like liked it if Stefi was there, because we were sitting there looking over like women's boards by being like, well, I think this looks, hopefully they like it. This seems pretty cool. And then like, luckily it was not bad. And I actually think that some of those boards turned out better than our boards. Like the board that you were riding, I was like, I want this one under my feet more than I want the one that I have under my feet. So yeah, that was kind of our initial process.
Yeah, I'm also curious too. This year you guys get the prototypes. You're filming for Videograss. You're filming for 32. Brand new prototypes. Like, how were the boards prototyping?
My first round, I remember opening up the box at the start of December, and my immediate reaction, I was like, whoa, what did I get myself into? That was like my first reaction, because I was like, I didn't really think about the process of getting on a new board and like also having like this project to film for, and just like, it was like kind of working overtime a little bit. But pretty much immediately, as soon as I started riding them, I was like hyped on them. We did, for the women's line, we did go through a couple of different shapes, and like I went back to the engineers a few times to change it up, like to make it like really specific and what I was stoked on. So we changed up the one board that I really helped out with. We changed it up like 3 times to make it like really, really dialed and amazing. And
Can I just jump in on what specific changes, like when you're getting a prototype, you don't like it, what were the tweaks that you made to make it how you wanted it?
So the first round, the board felt great to me, but looking down at the nose, I wasn't 100% hyped on it. I didn't love looking at the nose of it. So we changed the shape of the nose to make it like look better. And I don't even know why that even matters, but it does. I think especially when you're building a brand from the ground up, it's like that 100% matters. So that's the first thing we did, and then we like tweaked a lot of other things along the way. But that was like the main thing we focused on in the second round of like building the board, was like the look of it.
Well said. Dan, you make any tweaks?
Yeah, we made a lot of tweaks. But going back to like looking at the board and making sure that you like the way it looks and everything, it's like Jody was talking about this last night, and he was like, look good, feel good, ride good. And like it goes on all aspects, from like outerwear to board to colors to whatever, But I just popped up my head.
The look down factor is critical. Jody, would you like to chime in on the look down factor?
I've been I can't. Thank you for tossing the ball. That is huge. Looking down at a board that doesn't look good, like I'm just gonna go like if I was like the skate banana, if I was to look down at that board, for me, I would just be bummed out. Like the reverse camber, like did you guys go reverse camber? Any reverse camber stuff that you guys doing over there? No,
not a fan of the skate banana.
Not a fan of the skate banana reverse camber look, wavy edges. I just think it looks weird for me. But yeah, I think the look of your board's huge. Over to you, Dan.
Yeah, we don't have anything that looks like the skate banana, so I think we're good. But
skate bananas catching strays today.
I have nothing but love for GNU. You know what I mean? Or is that a
LibTech?
Oh God! And I'm fired.
But yeah, we made a bunch of changes. I mean, our engineers are awesome, and it was easy right off the bat for them to make a board that's like a good board. And that was the first thing that we figured out, is it's easy to make a good board, but it's hard to make a great board. So we were sitting there riding boards. They all feel good. They all turn good. They're not too heavy. They're not too light. They do the things you want. And it was super easy to change. It was like, all right, our board is too soft in the tail. Change it. Quick change, easy to do. Do all that. The tip and tail shape is hard, though. Like when you're sitting there, you don't get that many rounds of changing those shapes, so you do have to get it dialed in.
Yeah, that's a full mold.
Yeah, it's a full mold.
That's a new mold.
It's expensive to do.
Yep.
So any characteristic as far as how it feels when you ride it, easy. Anything you got to do to change the shape of it, it's like thousands of dollars. So it's like you're taking what you can in a short amount of changes to try and not spend fucking 50 grand trying to dial in your tip and tail shape. But it's almost like arguably the most important part, because yeah, you look down at your board all day long. If it looks good, you're going to be stoked. You're probably going to ride better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I heard T-Bird was telling me you guys went to Loon and did product testing, and I just have this vision. He said there was a bunch of people standing there with clipboards taking notes while you guys rode the boards, which just like cracks me up. Like a bunch snowboard testing for dummies.
Was it like that? I don't really remember.
Yeah, I don't remember the clipboards.
Well, I mean, I remember us taping all of our tools to our boards and like pretending like we were working, but we weren't really.
Okay, so not as extensive as advertised.
No, I mean we tested them all day, every day, and it was pretty cold, and we actually had good snow. We had like powder days out there. It was awesome. Rode the kink rail in front of Loon, which was also cool.
What'd you serve up on that? The wood dogger.
Yeah, the wood one. I didn't.
You
do
go
it.
sideways?
No. Those guys hit it though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think.
Our other
That
team
Colin
riders.
Langlois teed off on that back in the day. They changed it. It's a kink rail now. It used to be long down rail. Sidebar.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, we did a lot of testing. We give a lot of feedback, and the engineers really take it and do it. But like, we sit there and we're just like, it feels like this, and they're like, cool, I can fix that.
Yeah, what was cool about the testing was we got to ride on hill with the engineers, which is Ryan, who's like a young snowboarder out of college, who's really fired up on snowboarding, and he rips as well. So it was cool to be. I feel like that's like you're not often you get to ride on a hill with an engineer right beside you. That's like killing it snowboarding, as well as like taking in the information and like he's like writing notes in his phone the whole time, and like he'll take that back and he like changed whatever you said. It was a cool like on hill experience, I think, and like helped dial in the boards to be perfect.
Cool. I got a big topic here. You know, maybe you guys can address this. You know, I saw some people on the internet not happy that a ski company is coming into snowboarding. Armada is originally a ski company. They're jumping into the snowboard space. Caught some negative feedback for that. Do you have any thoughts on that, Dan and Stefi?
I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I think it's like whatever. There's the argument that there's a lot of companies, you know, make skis and snowboards. Solomon, K2, LibTech is a snowboard company that makes skis. Like, I don't really hear people hating on them too much. I don't know. It doesn't bother me because I look at things way differently now compared to when I was younger, being like, whoa, it's not like core and cool. And now, like, what's core and cool to me is the people in the company, you know? So, like, Tanner is, like, fucking awesome. And he was the head of this whole thing.
And he was at Ride before.
And he was at Ride and got me on Ride. And literally, I was like, I'll follow you anywhere. And then it happened. And then I would say everyone that has been hired and is in-house is fucking awesome. People that I, like, 100% back.
Is it all snowboarders that are in-house for the snowboard side of things?
Yeah,
100%.
even our reps.
Okay.
Like our reps are all snowboarders. The engineers are snowboarders. Everyone that does everything is snowboarding. And yeah, I don't know. They're all super cool. So like I back the people behind it. I think that's like more core than the core image, you know, nowadays. Like I'm like, you guys are snowboarders. You guys know what you're doing. You happen to have some backing through this company to do some cool stuff and you're doing it. So.
Cool. Stefi, you got anything to add?
I have actually been thinking about this a lot because I knew you were going to ask it. And I kind of feel the same way. Like at the end of the day, it's like another company in snowboarding that is supporting snowboarders. So I'm curious who's hating. like who is the kind of person that's hating on that? It's got to be like a 50-plus-year-old guy that probably grew up in the era where mountains didn't allow snowboarders, is what I'm guessing, and that's like obviously something that's changed a lot. But yeah, I'm just curious to see who's hating on it.
I kind of like it.
Yeah,
like I'm kind of down. Like it's kind of like you said this on the podcast. Like you can't please everyone, so like we're kind of doing something and it shakes it up, and people have a little strong feelings about it, and it's kind of like, all right, nice.
Yeah, stir the pot.
Yeah.
Jody, you have anything to add?
I ride for a ski company, K2, and I also live. I live in the mountains where, like, you know, a big portion of my friends ski and snowboard, and I grew up in Winnipeg, and it was just snowboarding, and then moving over to the West Coast, I had that stigma from like the older generation that are 50 plus that are like, back in my day, we didn't get along with those people. I'm like, then I moved out to Whistler, and like all my close friends, Sean Pettit, Kai Peterson, etc., are all skiers, and they're amazing. And I'm like, oh, that stigma I was like almost brainwashed to have this mentality where like I don't like skiers, and like I really get along with a lot of them. A lot of skiers are louder and a little bit more rambunctious and have a little bit more energy when you go out with them. So sometimes it's a little overwhelming. So I don't think that we need to make like hybrid snowboard ski movies, but I like skiing. I just don't go to the premieres as often.
That's a hot take. All right. I like that.
I'm down.
But I think going back to what you said, Nick, I wonder who's hating. I also think probably there's a preconceived notion about what Armada is in people's brains right now. Until the brand is launched, Armada is a skiing company. So they're like, okay, a skiing company is coming into the space. But then, like K2, like Solomon, they build a sick team. They do cool movies. They do cool projects. And all of a sudden, people are like, sometimes like K2 and Solomon by some people are regarded as like they're some of the cooler companies and they're ski companies, So, any rate, I digress. But
what's your take on it?
That's what I just said. It's like, I think a company is the people surrounding the company, like you guys have said. And that is literally what a company is the people that are a part of it. And so that's it. If any company out there is taking the hard-earned money from selling products and putting it in people's pockets so they can make a living riding down a goddamn hill, God bless them. You know what I'm saying? Because that's it. It's really simple compared to you don't have to swing a hammer so you can go front board a kink rail. Fucking God bless them. That's my take.
I also I can't remember a time recently where it's felt like there's been a big push from a company to get in, and I think this feels pretty cool actually. Like that a company's coming in, making this big push. It's been pretty quiet. Everyone in the industry kind of knows and all that, but I don't know. Like when I was younger, it was like there's like cool core companies and things all over the place. There's brands all over the place. And now I feel like there's a lack of brands all over the place. So it does seem fun to be a part of that. It's like happening and adding another company, whatever.
Totally. I want to speak on a cool experience I had with the brand too. First time I saw one of the Armada boards, it was sitting on the ground. I was like, what is that thing? Like, what is it? The font was cool. It was just a numeric code on the bottom. I picked it up. I'm like, what is this? And then that's when somebody explained to me the what it was. And there's like the numbers that correlate to the letters, right? So it's 1-18-13-1-4-1, which spells
like
Armada, right?
Yeah.
But I thought that was really cool, and graphically, Josh did a really good job on at least the prototype I saw, which is huge. Good graphics go a long way.
Yeah, like made me want to ride the board.
Yeah.
Or have one in a line or something, or like, yeah.
How are you feeling about the graphics?
Oh, Josh, I feel like that's like half of it, and Josh is such a talented designer, and I'm so excited for everyone to see the graphics on these boards because they're incredible. And yeah, Josh is just a really talented designer and creative, and yeah, he killed it.
One note I have too is there's a team, 4 girls, 4 guys, equal product for men, equal product for women, something we haven't seen in the space. Who kind of spearheaded that? Whose idea was that? How did that come to be, Stefi?
That's all Tanner. Tanner is I think he had that idea from the get-go before anyone was even on board. And it's something that I feel like is so cool and amazing for women snowboarding because I don't even know if it's ever happened before, and it is needed because we need like these brands to support women equally, so we all have the same shot at it because it hasn't really existed. So that's all Tanner, super stoked on that. And I'm like, it was another thing, like going back to your first question for me, when I first got on the phone with Tanner, he brought up like how he wants to like get suggestions from me to help build the team. And immediately I suggested someone that's on the team currently. And he listened and like immediately got to it and spearheaded it. And yeah, it's a full 4-man, 4-women's team. So
does that make you like more proud to fly the flag, just knowing that?
Absolutely. Yeah. It makes me like really, really proud and really, really excited for the future of women's snowboarding.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Love to see it. Also, sidebar, I saw your back 7. I don't think it's out currently, but God, pound the potato. That was friggin' insane. Stefi has a back 7 in the 32 video that is elite. Thus proving those boards must be pretty good.
Yeah, that is the board that's coming out. So it works in the backcountry, on the park, rails, wherever you want. It works everywhere. Plug.
Dirt bike Dan, you like the boards? You all right with them?
I'm loving them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Yeah. I mean, I've been taking them everywhere. They've done everything I want them to do. Whatever. Comparable to nothing, they're better. No, they're awesome. Yeah.
One other thing too, Jody, maybe you could tee up the journey that you're on. You mentioned some weight loss stuff you were going after. Stefi is going to school for like nutrition and like being a person that can help with sorry, you can explain that better than I can. What are you going to school for?
I'm going to school for sport and exercise. So
not nutrition. Sorry.
There's nutrition papers in there,
Okay.
but it's like it's exercise prescription. Is what it is the major.
If a friend of mine that happened to live in like British Columbia area wanted to lose weight, what do you recommend?
Well,
Quickly.
go outside and go up those mountains. Summer, winter, whenever. Outside is your best bet to lose that weight.
Quick question. Cardio before weights or weights and then cardio?
It depends. I mean, it doesn't even matter. Like, whatever you're feeling, I think. Exercise is exercise. So,
Eat before working out or after?
before, for sure, you need the energy.
What if you don't want to exercise and you want to lose weight?
Good luck. No.
Does manifestation work at all when it comes to weight loss?
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, guys. This is a great chat. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, dude.
All right, great chat with Stefi and Danimals. Getting right back into it. Do you guys know who's on the Armada team?
Yes.
Go through. Let's see if you got it.
Danimals,
Correct.
Stefi, Alec Ostring, Mike Little, Justin Phipps, Egan Wint, Jubes Pelshat, and Ivica Jurgensen.
Damn,
I think you got them all. Did you say Alec too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good team. What do you guys think of the team?
Stacked.
Awesome team.
Stacked. That's a lot of my favorites.
Incredible.
Awesome
Snowboarder,
team,
for sure.
especially because they're all pretty much coming from spots where they maybe could have got a little more love previously.
Well said. Which is an interesting topic. You know, seen a lot of people arguing on the internet about this lately. Ski companies making snowboards. A lot of people have like hesitation against this Armada thing. What's your guys' take? Bode, why don't you start? What's your take on ski companies making snowboards?
Well, I ride for a snowboard company that makes skis that came from skiing, and nobody bats an eye at Solomon, you know. But they've been established forever. Personally, I think it's great if Armada comes in and supports the community and supports snowboarders and snowboarding, and really a company in my eyes is just who the people involved. And from my understanding, there's awesome, great people behind Armada running the snowboard program. So yeah, I don't have any problems with it. I'm for it.
Was you two were at the beginning of Solomon, right? Was it like this stage?
No, Solomon was there
Doing
long
boards.
before us. They had like Michael Chuck back in the day. There was
Okay,
kind of
sick,
different versions of the team. When they first came out, their stuff looked a little interesting. Like they had black snowboards they just kind of didn't do it right at the beginning, but then.
But they did that heavy kind of revamp.
Yep, Bode and I were on the revamp.
And so this is kind of like similar to that stage where they put on a sick new team. And like, was there that conversation of like, this is still kind of whack, and you guys were making a chance to like take that offer?
I think Solomon was perceived as kind of whack before Hava came in and built the new team, and it took a while, I think, but
But it kind of had the same feeling that Armada has now, where you can look at it and be like, yeah, this was previously pretty like ski heavy, but like look who they're bringing in. Like it's going to make some waves. So
Yep. They make good videos. They have good riders. Fuck,
Yeah.
I just want to see that shit.
I guess my only gripe is just the market is oversaturated, and I guess the question is, do we need another snowboard brand? But that's not
That
for me
question's
to
above my pay grade. And this is an interesting take. One of our Instagram questions just said, hot take. Everyone again. Oh, this is from Soldier Border. I think this is a hot take. That's why I'm saying it on air. He says, hot take. Everyone against Armada must also be against Zeb on Jordan. I mean, if you think about it, like Jordan isn't a snowboard company, but I'm so fucking pumped to see Jordan get the bag. What's the difference? Or see Zeb get the bag, rather, not Jordan get the bag. Jordan's got the bag.
I mean, if anything, Nike has a little bit less credibility than any ski company, but it is sick to see Zeb get the bag.
Yeah.
Dude, it's fire. Their videos are really sick too of Zeb coming out with the ice cream truck, and like that stuff fires me up.
100%. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it's new, it's weird. It's okay to be critical of new stuff. I think if they have the right team, they're going to come out with videos. All the people that are talking shit are going to be like, in a year, okay, this is fucking sweet. You know, it's going to be awesome. That's my take, but it's okay to have reservations against that stuff.
And low-key, I think like among ski brands, like among skiers that I talk to, they think like K2 and Solomon like aren't the sickest, and they think Armada is
in the ski space.
So them like having that upper leg, like they're already cool among people, so like they got a good shot. I don't know.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cool.
I think it's fine. I think it's really gonna come down to how they interact with their consumers. Are they gonna be in shops? Are they gonna put a heavy emphasis on like sticking with getting into core snowboard shops and core ski shops, or are they gonna be like straight to or direct to consumer on the internet, which kind of hurts the snowboard community? So I think that's going to play a big factor. I think they are going to do that. I mean, they got Trevor, and like we said before, everyone that works there like knows what they're doing. So I kind of think they're going to be a little bit more legit than like the smaller, quote unquote, like core, or not even core, but smaller snowboard brands that are just direct to consumer and kind of take business away from snowboard shops.
Good take. All right, let's change gears for a second. I want to do a quick check-in with Jack Coyne. Never been on the show before, Colorado native. So, Jack, you basically came up competing in half-pipe, correct?
Yeah, half-pipe and slopesail.
Whew. And for the people that don't know, you did, I believe I witnessed you invent a half-pipe trick. You were the holder of a maneuver, correct? What is that move?
I think I did the first switch double chuck to regular. I'm trying to remember the first spot I did that in.
I saw you do it at Woodward.
At Woodward, yeah. That was the first time I did it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was sick.
So what's that trick called? Did you name it? The coin roll? The coin purse?
I think I like loosely tried to think I could call it the coin flip, but like that again felt weird about naming my own trick.
Coin toss would be kind of
Coin toss is lit. Never did it in a contest though, which was like a bummer for me. But
So now that you grew up competing your whole life, you've been pounding out freaking World Cups and all that stuff and Rev Tours. How has this transition been going into the backcountry and film and video parts?
Dude, it's been a dream. I think I didn't know that I didn't like contests. I mean, I loved them. I loved traveling with my homies, but I never felt like I was at the contest to win. I never felt like I was like doing it to be the best there. I just like wanted to do my next run and like do the next thing that made me excited. And then if I did a half pipe run, I was like over it and wanted to do something else. And that just doesn't work in that realm. Like all those dudes are in Saasve or Kitzsteinhorn right now, and they're like training their run for the year, and they're gonna do that run, and that's like their dream Olympic run or something like that. And I just felt like if I like learned a trick, did it, I wanted to switch it up. And now I'm like, I can do that anywhere. Like if I learn a trick on a Woody's jump, I can like go film it and then go do the next thing. And like I feel like I'm like ADHD in that way. So it's been exciting.
Yeah, I was talking to Bode. He was saying that Jack's a little bit unfamiliar with the battle. You say you try a trick 2 times, you think that's a battle.
Well, I think I like, for one, I don't love battling. I think it's like, I don't know, you want to get the trick like when it comes and you want to have the fresh landing. But there's definitely like the backcountry jump, like pressure side of it where you're like, it's just going to get harder. Like if you're battling a trick on a park jump, like you have all the time in the day till the sun goes down, till the park closes. But if your 4 tries deep on this thing, it's going to get harder and harder and harder, and it's going to look worse. And then that's like where you're freaking out in the landing. You're like, God damn it.
Bode, you've witnessed it.
I have, yeah. I don't think I ever saw you hit a jump more than 4 or 5 times. And me being just a battle warrior, if I hit a jump 4 or 5 times, I'm like barely getting warmed up. and just ready for more punishment. But it was cool. Like most of the time you got your trick within 4 tries, you know? And, but then I'd see you a couple times be like, oh, it just fell like twice in a row, and be like, all right, you got that. And you're like, oh, I think I'm chilling. Like I'm done. I was like, that blew my mind. I was like, wait, what? Like, don't you want this punishment?
The punishment's not for me.
Were you there for Bode's front 12 double battle?
I was not. I woke up that day and I was like, dude, I don't. It was like late spring. And I was
Let's
like,
talk numbers on that. How many tries?
I don't know exactly, but it was north of 15, probably somewhere between 15 and 20 tries, and certified beat down. But that's pretty normal.
Like to me, that feels like 100 tries. You know, you're hiking someone. I'm like, it's so deep.
Does your
into
brain hurt at the end of the day after that?
Everything hurts.
Besides like the emotions, I'm talking like physical, like spinning. Does that like mess yourself? Like,
Equilibrium?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no control over
those clips are gnarly. Like rolling down that spring note, that was fun.
Yeah, there was a lot of times where I felt pretty bad for like, because I was with Jack a lot, Phil Hansen a lot, and they would get their tricks, and then they'd be like freezing cold like 2 hours later, and I'm still like hiking the jump or like needing a snowmobile bump, and they're like, "Can we go home now?" I'm like, oh, I still got like 5 more ragdolls to do. Like, but
yeah, I've done a good one after Bode like lost a battle. I think Wyoming, and he was like, lost the battle. We're all kind of like somber mood getting out of there, and he's like, I'm just gonna go cry. And, like, so rides his sled away, goes and cries, and then he's just back, and he's like chilling and happy, but just like let one out in the woods.
Dude, crying is very therapeutic. You get a good cry in, and you feel way better.
You got to leave the emotions at the spot too.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to jump into a quick Instagram question from Ian Macy. Would Jack Coyne be in the Olympics if he had more mass to reach optimal takeoff velocity?
That's pretty good. Honestly, I think that was like a big pitfall of my half pipe riding is I like loved doing the scary tricks, but I never wanted to go over 10 feet out of that half pipe. Like that was just terrifying. And like people always say it, but like that's the gnarliest trick in a half pipe. Like if you can go do a front 14, like hell yeah, that's lit. But going 20 feet out of that thing is the gnarliest thing you can do. You got to have kind of a twisted brain.
Savage, who's your favorite current half pipe rider to watch?
I don't want to butcher his name, but I think his name is like Kaisuke. He does the switch McTwist and a McTwist really nicely. I'm really hyped on just watching a lot of my old friends like pushing it since I've jumped out of that scene, like Lucas Foster and Joe Yokeson and Chase Josie and Chase Blackwell, Ryan Walkendorfer, Manny Mastro. They're all levels. I've been out of it for 3 years and they are different snowboarders now. They're fucking crushing. Joey just did a triple cork.
I saw that.
Like that is mental. Joey used to hell ride and now he's like a strong snowboarder in the half pipe, in control of his shit. So it's like really inspiring.
Love to see it. We got another Instagram question. We're going to answer all these later in the show, but I want to jump into this one. It's from Drew Ammer. Mount Rushmore tall snowboarders. Bode, Ted, you guys are tall. I put you in there. I got some other names.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'll throw out Chris Engelsman.
Yeah.
I don't think he got a lot of shine. But dude, I think it was because at that point in snowboarding, they didn't make outerwear big enough. So like his pants never like went below his boots. And it was just like, this is maybe not a good look. And I know he was on clickers for a bit, but dude,
that doesn't help.
He is so good. Like his rail shit got so overlooked back in the day. Like he was a wizard on the rails and jumps and everything. So he's up there.
Ted?
Sean Lucy. Specifically like first run of the morning at High Cascade, doing whatever trick he wanted on the big tube.
I got Sebe DeBucks in there, holding it down for the tall guys. We also got Rob Rosler clocking in. Mikkel Bang is massive.
Sebe and Mikkel are maybe the two like all-time like best tall snowboarders, aside from Bode too. But
I mean, Cooper Whittier, he's tall.
He's getting there. He's still growing.
6'3".
I told Cooper a couple of years ago because he was like worried about how tall he was. I was like, "Don't worry, buddy. You still got a couple more years of growing.
The 6'1", I Googled, Scotty James seems tall to me, but he's 6'1". I don't think you got to be 6'2" and above, right?
Personally, I don't count 6'1" as that tall, but other people might.
Yeah.
Detail, Doran Laybourne, Colin Langlois.
Yep.
Some honorable mentions
CL
there.
Smooth.
Keegan Housefroze.
Really good, really talented.
Yeah.
And the Canadian Quinn Alul. Quinn, paid programming Quinn. He's super tall. He came over here the other day. I was like, damn, dude. He's pretty tall as hell. I didn't know
Damn,
that.
he was sitting down when I met him. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Scotty James.
Yeah. 6'1" though.
He's 6'1".
6'1". I Googled it because I was like, Scotty James is tall.
Yeah.
6'1".
So I thought too. Walker Netland. He's more of a young up and comer.
Still growing.
Who would be the tallest ever?
I think Rob.
Yeah, Rob's
6'5"?
up there.
What are you guys clocking in at?
6'5". Rob's like 6'6" or 6'7".
You're not 6'5".
I'm 6'5".
No, you're not. Maybe with your orthopedic shoes.
Yeah, you get those clunkers on. You're 6.
I'm 6'3".
6'3".
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're not.
Okay.
I'm 5'4".
Dude, yeah, growing up, I was so bummed that I was tall. Like, everyone was short, and I thought snowboarding would be way easier if I was short. And I was like, fuck, I wish I was 5'5", like Mikey LeBlanc. Looks easier.
That was kind of my saving grace when I would get like shit on for being short in school. Would be like, my pops would be like, but it's sick for snowboarding.
It is.
Yeah, it must be
Dude,
nice.
Ayumu's short.
Yeah. This
Mikey
is the
LeBlanc.
speech I got from my pops was Ayumu, Louis Vito, those dudes are short.
Yep.
I love it. So we didn't do an official Mount Rushmore, but we listed off some names.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about Arbor. I like what Arbor's got going on these days. They're doing big things. So Arbor has been making high-performance snowboards for nearly 30 years with a little thing called craftsmanship, and they do it with a conscience. These guys were on the sustainability tip long before it was cool, using real wood top sheets, eco-friendly materials, and giving a damn about the mountains and the planet. They're backed by one of the sickest teams out there. We're talking Jared Elston, a.k.a. Big Air Jer, Mary Francois, Red Gerard, who just won an X Games gold, Brian Iguchi, Danny Cass, and many others. Arbor Snowboarding is resetting the standard, blending high performance and sustainability with precision, power, and purpose. So whether you're straight lining like a psycho or going full dummy in the park, Arbor's got A-grade boards and bindings that you need to ride your best. So check out Arbor. They got a lot of cool stuff going on. All right, let me tell you what I'm excited about, people. These Bubs Naturals Hydrate or Die hydration packs. We are hammering these things at the office all day long. I'm drinking these on the daily, staying hydrated, whether I'm just at work or I'm out getting after it on my snowboard. And one thing people should know is that 75% of Americans are dehydrated. You're talking about losing strength, focus, endurance. You can have some brain fog. So let's hear the science. Your body needs electrolytes. We're talking sodium, potassium, magnesium to actually pull water into your cells. That's where Bubs Hydrate or Die comes in. It's based on oral rehydration solution science, a blend of sodium and glucose that pushes hydration directly into your bloodstream fast. We're talking 2 to 3 times faster than water alone. That's not hype, that's actual data. So whether you're flying, you're climbing, you're drinking, you're working, or you're just up at altitude, you're losing more than you think when it comes to water. Hydrate or Die brings it back. We're talking 2,000 milligrams of electrolytes per pack, cane sugar only, no sketchy sweeteners, and it's NSF certified for sport. It's clean, tested, and made in the USA. And let me tell you something, this new formulation tastes really, really good. So hydration's not optional. It's the cheat code to keep going. Hydrate smart, hydrate clean, hydrate or die. Head on over to bubsnaturals.com, grab a box. Your muscles, your brain, and your send will thank you. It's Bombhole approved. Let's do this.
All right, we're going to take a brief intermission to discuss some incredible offers from our incredible friends over at Woodward Park City. Get your child's snowboarding adventure started correctly at Woodward Park City. Whether they're making their first turns or mastering front boards, Woodward Park City has a wide range of classes for all ages and all skill levels. If you're interested in progressing, head on over to woodwardparkcity.com.
All right, we're going to get into the CAPiTA Union spinning wheel. We need a jingle for this thing. We need a jingle. I'll make a jingle. We got some great jingles coming later in the show. We also got an interview with Mia Brookes coming later in the show. But this is presented by CAPiTA Union. CAPiTA has been in business for 25 years. Union's been in business for 20 years. Privately owned by snowboarders who care. These questions are from Riley and Dangler. Also, I ride a CAPiTA. I ride Unions. I love them. They make great stuff. So here we go. We're landing on number 1. Bring back one snowboard company from the dead. What is it? Ted, what do you got?
Ooh. I want to see Mission 6 outerwear.
Oh, great reference. Everybody knows your references are out of control.
I just think it's funny, but when I was really young, I saw a crap snowboard. I thought that was so funny at the time. I was like, crap snowboards? That's amazing.
That pretty dope.
But
good
they
answer.
could make a comeback.
Jack?
Dude, honestly, I can't really even think of any. I don't even know if it'd be my favorite, but I thought of Foursquare. Is that?
Oh, yeah.
Foursquare's dead?
Another really good one.
Yeah.
Foursquare. That was all outerwear, huh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Blends, too. They're both great. All right. Good stuff, guys. All right. We're going to jump right into Bode. You just did a 2-year movie, When Doves Cry. First of all, there's a whole concept behind this movie. It's a bit of a cinematic journey. I got the screening yesterday. Fantastic 2-year project. Tell us about the concept and the name and why you chose to make this film.
Yeah. Every time I make a snowboard movie now, I like to go in with a little bit of a concept and make it a little more in depth than just like a basic snow porn movie. And this one originally came about just because I just like different feeling vibes of snowboard video parts. And I was like, oh, I like the hard-hitting dramatic stuff, and I like, you know, the bright, like happy, like we're all fucking nailing it, having a good time part. And I was like, it'd be cool to do a movie with 2 separate video parts that each have like contrasting feelings underneath them. So that's where it grew. And then it just turned into a whole storyline because I am a very emotional being.
Yes, you are.
And with the contrasting ideas, I'm like, the 2 main driving forces in me are like, you know, the love, hate, the light and the dark, I'm either so bummed and sad and in pain, or I'm like so happy and grateful and just like so blessed to be doing this. So like, that's where it came from. And then it started out, or then it shifted from there into like an actual storyline of I guess the whole story is about conquering your inner demons in a way. But yeah, so I have two video parts in there. One's emo and one's pretty happy. And yeah, very love-hate kind of movie. Unfortunately, that movie title was already taken.
Let's talk about the title, When Doves Cry.
Yeah, I'm a big Prince fan. I love that song. And so When Doves Cry is a song about a relationship. Well, first, the dove is a symbol for the universal symbol for peace and love. And the song is about a relationship that gets so torn apart that even, you know, peace and love cry. Like the dove crying is a sign for relationships falling apart. And that was kind of my idea going towards the relationship I have with my snowboard and life in general. So yeah, When Doves Cry, I found the perfect title, and that's built it out from there.
You said something yesterday. You said it's not intended to be a feel-good movie. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I guess most snowboard videos are meant to get you psyched and happy and want to go snowboard. And I think this movie can do that, but it also has underlying tones of pain, stress, emotion, and stuff like that. And with the storyline, maybe it won't bring you into a happy place at first, but then hopefully by the end it will. So it's more, there's a story, there's a plot, and it's meant to make you feel some type of way. maybe that's not just like, fuck yeah, we're hyped, let's go snowboard, but maybe a different feeling. So, and that was the goal going into it. I didn't necessarily want people to be like, oh, I liked that snowboard movie, it was good. Maybe I'd rather them hate it than be like, yeah, that was good, you know? To quote Terrence Fletcher, there's no two words in the English language more harmful than good job. I don't know where that came from.
I like that. Yeah.
Well, it actually came from the movie Whiplash, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Gas movie.
Yeah, super gas. But yeah, it's an emotional journey, and I am extremely proud of it. To be honest, I love it maybe more than anything I've ever made. And just, it might not be for everybody, but those who it is for, I think they'll connect with it.
Well, I do have to say, it takes a huge amount of kind of bravery to take creative risks. We all know how to make a snowboard movie that's safe and in the approved snowboard industry guidelines that we know we will gain approval from our friends from, and to be bold and to take a risk creatively and to execute a vision that you had takes courage. And I really, really enjoyed this. And to talk about what you're saying, to kind of the contrast, like you have a section that's really feel good in there too, with the cabin section, which I would love to talk about, because I think you and Chris Beresford both bought this land in Wyoming, and you built rails, and you're jibbing the deck, and you've kind of been able to execute what many people would consider like a childhood dream of making your own backyard snowboard park. Like, talk about that journey and getting the cabin and what that place means to you too.
Yeah. So I always tell myself, never grow up. And I love that saying. And I never want to be, I'm an old head, but I never want to be an old person, you know? I want to live the dream forever and be a kid forever. And so having that land and building that property where we can just go run free and do whatever the hell we want and have a good time. So it literally is a dream come true. And it's so fun up there, man. We just do whatever we want. Wake up, like, what do you want to do? You want to build a rail, or do you want to snow skate off the deck, or do you want to shoot off fireworks, or whatever? So, yeah, I love it up there, and I was really happy to bring that vibe into the movie, because I think the section is really special and makes snowboarding look fun, and that is a feel good section of the movie. I think people will connect with that part a lot, because it is, everybody's childhood dream in a way.
It's a little bit more of a nightmare than a dream, though. It's that gigantic down bar that you decided to weld. I think most people would be like, I'm going to make a fun backyard down rail. Bodie's like, I'm making the gnarliest rail humanly possible in my backyard.
Well, you kind of take what is given to you, and that hill just happened to be on our property. And so the hill really dictated how long and big the rail would be. And that's what it is. And building it was really fun. And then actually, when it came time to session it, it was terrifying. I was like, I don't know if I have anything for this.
That was scary.
Jack put a beat down on that thing.
There's still a lot of things to be
You
done
go front
on
Dos Equis on that thing?
Front two, yeah.
Woo-wee.
Damn.
I barely got a clip on it.
Yeah, Bodie, did you couch claim some wild stuff on that, or what?
I had a lot in the bag that I never tried. It didn't help that we almost ended Ellie's life,
Dude,
first session.
Watching Ellie hit this rail and hit the support was the scariest thing I watched all year. And there was a lot of gnarly shit we did, but that was like, I thought we watched her break her femur, and then she was chilling, and she was like happy-go-lucky, like got out of her board and walked around like adrenaline boosting, but like hyped to be alive. It was gnar.
Violent.
It was violent.
I don't think anybody hit the rail for a while after that. So
yeah, dude. I was trying to switch around board like in that session, and I was like, dude, I don't want to hit the support. I'm good on this actually.
Now, with this movie, Jack, coming out of the contest scene, coming into filming, you're filming with Bode. You guys are hitting all kinds of jumps together. What'd you learn most from filming with Bode and his experience?
What not to do?
What not to do? No.
Don't ride all that hard.
I think he loves it more than anyone else, which is like so sick to me to watch. I mean, just how much it meant to me to be able to do that shit with like childhood hero for real was really the sickest thing ever. And like how we talked about me being filming in it, we were like on the chair and hood, and I was like, what are you, just asking for advice? What do you think I should try and do filming next year? I'm trying to figure this all out. And he was like, film with us. And it was as easy as that. And then he, from there on out, took me under his wing and drove me on a sled all around Canada and gave me every single opportunity to show the snowboarding I wanted to show. So that was lit. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. I got a question because whenever I hit a jump with Bode, he's got to start like 40 feet lower than me.
Yes.
Do you have that same problem?
Yes, dude, 100%. I like, my speed gauge was like off all year, I feel like, because I was like, dude, how do you go so fast? And the like, especially that hip that you were at when we were filming in Grizzly, it was like we couldn't figure out where to start. And then I did like one test run and like totally came up short. And then you started from the same spot and like laced, and I was like, what?
I got a lot of LBs. I mean, it's the weight.
Good pop, good fundamental. Also,
Yeah,
big
sure.
snowboard.
Also, when I'm hitting a jump, you know, a lot of people, when I ask, I'm like, oh, what's the speed? Like when you're in the park or something, it's like, oh, you just take a few like turns in. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, is that a speed check? Is that a carve? Like sometimes you carve and you gain more speed. And I'm like, I hate turning into jumps. I like to pick a spot and point it directly until I go off the jump. So I know I have consistent speed every time. So maybe that's part of it.
Yeah, definitely like feeling flow into a jump and like turning and doing a setup carve, and maybe that's a huge part of it.
Other notable moments about the movie, you know, love both of your guys' segments. Incredible coming of age part for Jack. Huge moment. Big tricks, crafty tricks, really good. I love seeing Scott Stevens in there.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
He's got some heat.
Lobbled.
Yeah, he does use the term lobbled.
He almost broke Shane at one point. Just Shane freezing cold for 6 hours filming the deck, and he's like, at one point Shane's like, this is if you went to the sickest skate park ever and then filmed on the curb in the parking lot. Honestly, like the deck footage is like some of my favorite stuff in the movie, and like a lot of it is just all Scott's selfie cams. At one point, I have a iPhone video filming all of Scott's cameras that he has set up. He has fucking 5 or 6 different cameras on tripods set up like in a 360-degree rotation around the feature, and so like a lot of that footage in the movie is all just Scott's selfie cam.
God, I love it.
Dude, I'm like waking up one morning in the cabin, like getting out of bed, might make breakfast, and I just hear like, whoop, bam. And I look out the sliding glass door, and it's just Scott sliding across the deck on his back. His clips are insane. And just like watching him like go through that battle where he's like so like, he was so deep in it. And on one trick he wanted it, and he was like, no, I guess I'm done. I can't do it. No, I need it. And then just like flipping back and forth, one more try. No, I got to do it again.
I want to talk about the giant car that you made with dove wings. You really threw yourself at this project creatively, Bode. Tell us about this car and how much it consumed your life for the past like 2 months.
Yeah, well, I guess the original inspiration came from Whitey's Bomb Hole episode that I listened to, and just hearing him talk about all the skits they used to do and how they would wreck cars and everything, and that sparked the idea of, dang, we should do a cool dove skit for the movie, intro, outro, whatever. And I was like, oh, and I've been seeing all those like art cars at Burning Man and stuff, and I was like, damn, let's build a dove out of a car. And it almost didn't happen the whole summer. I was like, I don't know, I might bail. And then the opportunity just arose last minute. So we literally filmed that like a few weeks ago. And
it was insane.
Yeah. So the process was, got a bunch of scrap metal and was just started welding random pieces of metal to the frame of a car. And it started off really easy, and then it got really hard. But yeah, we wrapped it in chicken wire and plaster wrap, and just kind of shaped and molded it, and cut up like hundreds of yards of fabric, and made our own kind of feather looking fabric, and yeah, painted a face on it and everything.
What's Monica saying the whole time she's watching you do this? That's what I need to know.
the whole time she's like, why are you wasting your money and time on this? This is so dumb. And she's like, do you need to do this? And I'm like, absolutely not. No, but I want to do it. And like, I don't know. And I was like, you know what? If we're going to make a movie, let's fucking make it, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know how much this would cost if this was in a Hollywood movie? This would cost $1 million to build this car and do this shoot. And we're doing it on a freaking $1,000 budget or something like that, and just trying to make it happen. And when I get an idea in my head, I cannot get it out. Like I have to see it through. And so it just infected my brain and I had to do it.
I love it. And there's a big scene at the end, obviously, in spectacular fashion, flies off a cliff. Beautiful stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So love to see that. Remind me of an old Whitey movie.
Hectic moment.
Yeah, how was
almost
that?
of the year.
Tell us about it.
It was.
So we had two homies helping us, and one guy was doing the like trying to get it off the cliff, and then another guy was lighting it and like getting it on fire.
You guys covered it in gasoline?
Covered in gas. The dude who was doing the gas and the brake also got covered in gas. So they didn't, because they like poured it on the wing and it's like dripping onto him. So they didn't want to. We had two clamps, one on the gas, one on the brake, and then a string to the gas or to the brake pedal, and like take it off the brake, and then it goes off the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like covered in gas, so they don't want to light it until he's like out of the way. So then he pulls the thing, and we do one try, and it like it's so slow. It like didn't catch or something, or the thing fell off the gas, and it just like gets to like basically the edge of the cliff, and we're like, oh my god, don't go off the cliff, don't go. Like we're all tweaking at this moment. Like drone's supposed to be up, like everyone's screaming, and then we get it back, and like the lights are already gone, and like we're just like, all right, let this try her. Pretty much is it, and then we like got it. It doesn't get lit, and then it goes off the cliff, like does a crazy front flip and stomps it, and like the neck of the bird breaks. It was insane to watch.
Yeah, and since we had to reset, the last drone battery died, and that was the money shot. So we didn't get the good, like, perfect money shot. In the clip, there's like a guy running after the car with a lighter trying to light it. Like everything went wrong, pretty much. Like Shane's angle is it's the perfect angle seeing the bird go, but then it's like where it hits, like it's kind of hidden by rocks. And then I shot this super shaky, shitty angle from like the side that's also kind of sucks. And like after that, I wanted to cry. I was so like sad, like it didn't work, but then we're making something of it, and I think it looks really sick now. So
let's go.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Great end cap, I'm sure, for you filming the movie. Also, dude, I love to see you not slowing down, dude. We're not spry young chickens anymore, Bode.
Well, I had Jack there kind of lighting a fire under my ass all year, and I want to go back to you coming on board, because a lot of people or kids, they don't necessarily want to show up when they get an opportunity, and Jack showed up in a big way. And his part is insane. And I'm so happy and grateful that you came along for this journey last year. And watch out for his part. I don't know if you're a rookie. Are you a rookie? You're still a rookie. I'm claiming rookie of the year part right now.
Consider yourself a rookie?
I don't know. I don't even know what that term really is defined as these days.
It's vague now.
You haven't heard a part before this?
No, just the couple clips in Bittersweet that Ted did.
I'd say rookie status. Give him rookie of the year. Put it in the ballots, cast your vote.
Heavy contender.
And for the people that haven't seen it, also another thing that's really fun, Bodie's doing all these new crafty butters, new tricks, new approach to step downs, wild, forward-thinking backcountry tricks, along with big double corks, and dusted off the back nine tail like you were back in 2008 or something when you used to do it back in the day.
Dude, that one, I kind of want to talk about it, was insane. We were at the house jumps, and this was last year, and it was kind of one of the first couple of times we filmed together, and he was trying a Cap 9, and it just wasn't clicking. And then Goop and I are there, and Goop and I had already done some tricks, and we're just like chilling, watching. We're being like, dude, what is he up to? And he's like, I'm gonna go back 9. Like totally switches it up, gets to the top, and just like butter lace landing in between these trees, sniped, and we were just like, what the fuck just happened? Like that was like a crazy start to being like, who I'm boarding with this year? Like, let's get after it. Like,
thanks, brother. I don't think I laced it close to first try, but
that's an OG moneymaker for you, though. You've been doing that since you were a kid.
Yeah, that was inspired by Jason Borgstead, seeing him do it at every single contest back in the late 90s, early 2000s. So shout out to Jason Borgstead, the original owner of the back nine tail.
Woo. All right, to wrap this thing up, when we talking about when doves cry, I have a rapid fire hot takes for both of you guys. Just think of whatever comes to your name, just blurt it out. You don't need to elaborate. In this crew, I would say this involves everybody who was in the movie crew. You know, people that came in for a second, only have a couple clips, they're all included. All right, in the crew, who has the highest landing average? Jack?
Phil
Hansen.
landing.
Okay, most tomahawks?
Me, for sure.
Bode, for sure?
Not even a question.
No doubt.
Okay. Who's the worst roommate on the trip? I mean, smelliest, snoriest?
Low key Shane, just because he was sick in the cabin the whole time and he had a gnarly ass cough.
Dude, Shane's cough could like shake down a house, dude.
And Bodie's cabin is like all open, like wherever you were in the house was like you're hearing this cough, but it did get better.
All right, who's the most talented rider on the crew?
Jack.
Bodie.
All right, who's got the best method on the crew?
Jack.
Jack, say yourself.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Who's got the worst method?
I don't think I ever saw anyone try a method this year.
Oh,
Did you
also
try-
Parker
did you
might
try
have
some methods?
might have one of the best methods.
Parker's
Parker,
methods,
honorable
nice.
mention for the best. There wasn't a lot of methods thrown out.
Who's the worst on the sled?
Me.
I mean, for being really bad, you were pretty good.
So the first whole trip though, we were doubling. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's
That
kind
was
of a
heavy.
shoe-in. All right, last question. Who's the best filmer in the crew?
Shane.
Like, well, obviously Shane is
Yeah, you just gassing up Shane, dude.
that. Okay,
Yeah, Shane.
let's gas up Shane. Shane,
What are you gonna
legend.
say, Scott Stevens tripod? Come on.
I have hours of footage that I gave Scott my handy cam, and he's just shaky as all hell. And his comment, I have hours of commentary that like I should release, but he's switching the camera around to his face, just like Scott talking the whole time, just up at the cabin. It's so good. I love that footage. So he might be honorable mention best/worst.
Yeah, film with Shane though too. In addition, he's one of my favorite people to film with.
Shane's the best.
He's awesome.
And he was a big part of making this video and behind the scenes of
100%,
filming
no
everything,
doubt.
right?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the original idea came from me, but he gets director, credit. He helped me direct all the shots, everything, and he did so much. So he's a
Provides
legend.
great banter when you're
Yeah,
filming
great
jump.
banter.
Dude, and that's what made it fun. It's just like it was never too serious out there. It was Shane and Bodie just gabbing and laughing and making it a good time for everyone. It was sick.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane, like when you land a clip, is like the most psyched dude in the world. And he like, even when you don't even get it that nice, he's like still really psyched. Like, or maybe I'll like feel like I got, yeah.
Dude.
Maybe I'll feel like I got something, and I'm like, I felt pretty money about that, and I'm coming down. I'm like, yo, Shane, can I check that out? And he's like, dude, that was almost it. And I'm like, fuck, get back up.
That's great. All right, where can people see this thing? Where are the premieres? Where's that happening?
World premiere November 14th at the Clubhouse, Salt Lake Community. I know it's going to show up for that one. And then we're doing a Portland premiere on November 18th. And then November 21st, SoCal Encinitas at the a legendary La Paloma Theater. And we're actually tag teaming that premiere with Ted and Nitro for Spike. So I'm excited for that one. And then there will be a bunch of little regional premieres that reps are going to throw. One in Revy, I think a couple up in Canada, and then I don't know, some various other places we haven't figured out yet. And then it drops online December 9th, bombhole.com.
Woo. Yeah, it's on our YouTube channel. Thanks for choosing us to do this movie, buddy. We really appreciate it. It's an
Yeah,
honor.
thanks for partnering with us.
Cool. All right, we are going to get into a call with Mia Brookes, who just recently got a pro model. All right, we're going to talk about Herschel outdoor equipment. You may have seen them. We give them to all of our guests that win Name That Video part, pack them full of bomb hole merch. They are sleek, and they're introducing a brand new performance line for travel and the outdoors. They got Alpine inspired and designed with multi-functionality for the first chair or last minute flight. I personally use all Herschel gear when I travel. I use the roller bag. I use the big roller bag. They got great backpacks. And the one thing I like, you can take your backpack and slide it over your roller bag, and you can be a true pro traveler. All their stuff's really well made, and they're building a team. They got Arthur Longo and the Dust Box on board already. So if you're interested in getting some sleek new travel gear, check out Herschel.com. Joy doesn't wait, and neither should you. Ikon Pass unlocks a full season of turns, trips, and memories you'll ride on all year.
Drop in on over 60 unique destinations worldwide with more park laps, more POW mornings, more après nights. Ikon Pass delivers more joy all season long.
Starting at $349 adult, claim your pass today for as low as $0 down and 0% APR with a payment plan. Terms apply.
Your best days on snow don't happen by accident. Line them up today with Ikon Pass.
Get your Ikon Pass at ikonpass.com. That's ikonpass.com. Okay, people, we're talking Kodiak cakes. Everybody knows they make great pancake mixes, but they also make frozen waffles, which I feed my child regularly. They got muffin mix, they got oatmeal, they got granola bars. All the products are made with protein and whole grains to keep you fuller longer. I like to hammer the oatmeal before going out snowboarding all day. They also got these crunchy bars that you can keep in your pocket, keep you out there sliding rails, hitting park jumps all day long. And new to this year, they got Kodiak granola, which I keep in my cupboard. I've been hammering this on the regs. It's delicious. I've been eating so much granola, I might even become a rock climber. Who knows? It's tasty stuff. So you can find Kodiak at almost every grocery store. They're the ones with the bear on the box.
All right, Shredders, listen up. With over 30 years in snowboarding, Vans continues to deliver top-shelf snowboard boots for not only their diverse roster of athletes, but everyday riders worldwide. There's literally something for everyone in the Vans range of snow gear. However, we're here to talk about the Infuse, Vans' most popular all-terrain, all-condition boot, featuring hybrid BOA and lacing systems that are built for maximum customization of fit and flex. Embraced and backed by new-gen riders like Ken and Cummins, the Infuse is designed for performance that stands up in any terrain. So hit up your local Vans dealer and check out the Infuse and the rest of the 25-26 Vans Snow lineup.
All right, folks, we got the great Mia Brookes on the line right now. Mia, what's happening? How you feeling? What's going on over there in Europe?
So stoked right now. Just got back from the CAPiTA and Union sales meeting. And just got my first pro board, which I can't believe I'm saying. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, that's surreal. I was so happy when I saw that. I didn't know that was happening, so it was a really pleasant surprise. Obviously, well deserved. But did you have any idea that was happening?
Definitely no idea. I kind of had my suspicions because I feel like my mum and dad were acting kind of sus around me, and I was like, something's going on here. But to be honest, I had no idea, and it was all my mum and dad's, they worked alongside Blue and Mark and made the graphic, and yeah, it's so sick. I'm so stoked and kind of creeped out that they know me that well.
That's incredible. So they basically surprised you by flying your parents out, from what I understand, correct?
Yeah, they flew my parents out, they turned up. It was pretty sick, so yeah, I'm stoked.
That's so special. I also want to hear about the whole experience because it was at the sales meeting. I know that Blue kind of teed it off, and then I heard that Jess Kimura made a very empowering speech talking about you before you got the board.
Yeah, Blue was obviously introduced my parents into the room, and then Jess came on stage and was did this whole speech, and genuinely, in the video, I'm laughing, but fuck, I was fighting back tears. It was so special. And yeah, I've been so emotional all today, just genuinely on the verge of tears, just thinking about what Jess said. It's fucking insane to get it from her, what she's done for women's snowboarding and probably sport in general. It's fucking insane. So to get a speech and get her to hand me the board was so insane.
That really is special. And again, like I said, I think everybody in the world would agree, well deserved. Now, to you, you know, where does this stack up in your list of accomplishments in terms of getting a pro model board? Like, is this something you've dreamed of since you were a kid?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like it's everyone's dream to get a board or anything pro model, to be honest. But I feel like, yeah, getting a board on CAPiTA, and, you know, ever since I've joined, I've always felt like it's a big family. So to get a pro board on CAPiTA is like probably, yeah, up there with like the biggest dreams, probably the biggest dream right now.
That's so special. Which board is it?
It's the Birds of a Feather board. So I think they're going to like sort of run it alongside the Birds of a Feather, but with my graphics. So stoked. It's so insane.
I love that. Are we going to be riding that in all the contests this season?
Definitely. I think they're on it right now, making me some boards to send across to ride. So I'm like so excited to get on the board.
Whew, that's got to feel good heading into a big contest year, Mia. But you're looking down, you're seeing Mia Brookes between the bindings. We're feeling good heading into the slopestyle runs.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be stoked to hold the sword up at the bottom.
Yeah, that's so sick. Well, let's talk about this year. Big year for contests. A lot of big tricks coming out right now. I know you've been riding a ton, getting ready. Obviously, Olympics is a big topic of conversation. How are you feeling this year heading into this big contest year?
Definitely quite nervous. I think, you know, the level of women's snowboarding this last year has gone up crazy amount. Like, Mari just landed all 14s, like, after 2 years of me landing the first one. That's, like, so crazy. Like, she's definitely, like, my favorite rider right now. But, yeah, like, super nervous for this season. I think it's going to be really hectic, but also pretty excited just to see where women's snowboarding goes, where snowboarding goes, how the Olympics is going to be. I think it's nervous for me, but as a general, like, it's going to be really exciting.
That's such an exciting time to hear, and listening to you talk about it, there's just such rapid progression happening. Just like you said, in 2 years, all 4 14s are getting put down. In this world of rapid progression, Mia, like, what do you got to do to get on top of the box? What's the strategy?
I don't know. I think a lot of spinning, definitely a lot of spinning right now. I think probably all 14s, which, fuck, I can't even do a switchback 9, so don't know how that's going to go for me. But I guess I'll just have to work in other areas, but shit, it's definitely, I mean, the airbag's close in a month, so fuck, I got to get on it pretty soon.
Got some work to do? Yeah, I love that. You know, Mia,
yeah.
You just got to be Mia. You just got to keep it smooth. Just do your thing. And I think everything's going to work out great if you just continue being Mia Brookes, you know?
Yeah, fingers crossed. I just want to shred and have fun, to be honest.
Yeah. I love it. Well, we really just wanted to take a few minutes to just say congrats on getting the board. Well deserved. One last thing before we get out of here. Tell us about the graphic on this thing. What's it all about?
So obviously I had no input whatsoever, but if I was going to try and make some story about it for everyone, I guess my parents have obviously known that I'm into sort of metal and like sort of Lord of the Rings and shit. And me and my dad were in this town, saw this sword in this store, and I was like, that's sick. And my dad was like, that'd be a cool base graphic. And then I think randomly Mark sent a load of graphics to my mum and dad, and there was a sword on the graphic, and my dad was like, we're keeping that, like, that is the board. And yeah, it's pretty sick. Like, it's got angel wings and stuff, and I feel like for me it's pretty sick. Like, obviously Ozzy's just died, and Sam Rivers from Limp Bizkit's just died, and I feel like there's been a lot of respectable people that I've like grown up listening to that have died this year, so I feel like it's kind of cool to ride a board that has like angel wings and like a sword, you know, like you can go and slay for all them people that have passed away. So I'm pretty excited to ride this board. Yeah.
Wow. That's special to hear. I love that. Holding it down. Well, just so you know, Mia, all of us are going to be cheering for you. We're all your biggest fans. We love watching what you do, and just keep making snowboarding look good and keeping it real, which is all you know how to do. So, yeah, thanks for being a great Sherpa of our sport, Mia. We really appreciate you.
Fuck yeah, thank you. I'm super pumped for this season.
Cool. All right. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us, Mia. Really appreciate it.
All good. See you guys soon for a shred.
Oh, yeah. Later.
Fuck yeah.
All right, we're going to get into heater clips. We got the Danny Davis jingle to take us in. Here we go.
Heater clips. It's the new clips of the week. I don't. Forget it.
All right. It's time for heater clips. First clip we got is from your guys' movie, Bode Merrill, backside 7, bash a tree, land, back 3 off of a little finger. Bode, talk us through this bad boy.
That was kind of just a wing and a prayer.
A wing of a dove?
Yeah, wing of a dove. Total accident to hit the tree, but it worked out. It kind of just propelled me in the perfect position to land on the cliff, I guess. But
dude, that was insane.
Do you have a name for that rock? Because you've definitely
actually, the first time I hit that rock, I've gone back to that rock a few times. The first time one was with Ted for Space Cadet, and I did a back 3, and I just loved the feature, and I wanted to go back and back 7 onto it, and it worked out.
There's like a good front 3 nose butter or something on that too.
I did a front 3. And I do another clip right before this one in the movie that you'll have to wait and see.
Be honest, how good did that fucking feel riding away? Jesus Christ.
That felt really good. It all happened in the blink of an eye. I didn't know what was happening, but I didn't expect to like pop out of the back 3 so good and then ride away so clean. It was just,
butter.
Wasn't expecting it.
Were you psyched after? Did you have a clip high after? Were you like,
oh yeah,
flying a little too close to the sun?
That clip high lasted pretty long. They don't last that long these days.
God, that's an elite one, Bode.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's get into our next clip here. We got Liss Federwalks.
Let's go.
We're just going to call him Liss because I don't know how to say his name. I don't know what this trick is, but it is impressive. Nollie back rodeo of some sort. Look at him look over his shoulder at the end. Yeah. Like, what's happening here, Jack? You could probably get some bearings on what's happening.
Dude, that one's insane. I think it's like a take on what Renee's been doing. And like Judd's on the hard way. I don't know if he's like intentionally going off his heels, but like this one is just insane. I think a couple dudes have been looking for the switchback triple rodeo 16. I think Frank tried one, Frank Jobin. But Liss is the first to do it. I think he's like 17 or 18. No sponsors backing him, and it's just like absolutely crushing it lately. So he's on the up.
It looks like a video game.
Yeah.
Shout out to the filmer.
Yeah. Straight up. Is that follow cam, you think, or?
I think it's Austinic on a rope hanging out of a heli, actually.
Dude, that could have gone horribly wrong.
That toe hook is insane.
Yeah.
In the landing, just like stopping your rotation like that.
I feel like that's how you have to do it these days, is just intentionally hook your toe edge into the landing.
Dude, that was kind of a weird one for me of always not hitting pow jumps was like, you have to be dialed at landing flat base and pow.
One thing,
can't hook toes.
I didn't notice the first time I watched it, but I saw a comment about it. He grabbed his knee at the end, not to take away from how unbelievably fucking sick this trick is. Do you have thoughts on that, Jack?
Yeah, I don't love the knee grab. I think it. I like seeing people's arms wave around. I think that's why like Rene looks really sick on his board. Like I think people doing crazy shit with their hands is cool. I think that's why I like people who wear gloves because you can see their like crazy finger style. I don't know, but I think grabbing the knee doesn't look the best. But like you said, this is This is one where you kind of got to fucking grab everything you can and get around. So
Can we get another angle on this thing from somebody? There had to be somebody.
There's an
else.
iPhone, Angus.
There's a knuckle
Because I
angle.
feel like the drone is kind of a little too much of a truth teller angle where you see a little bit too much knee.
Yeah.
You know?
There's a good knuckle angle. And he just like, this is just like a gram drop, you know, like new trick today.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I did see his caption was NBD, which I feel like is maybe a bad look.
Dude, yeah, I'm not loving that.
You
And
can't
the,
really claim NBD on a
yeah.
trick, even if you are the first person to do it. I think
there's a lot of people running
Fuck
that.
it, dude. I'll tell you, I did this trick. I'd be saying whatever I want. You should see the amount of confidence I'd be walking around. Nobody would want to see that.
I'd like to know no hate, because I've hit airbags and I fucking love them. I think they're the funnest thing, but I'd like to know the airbag history on a lot of the new tricks going down, because like those dudes are repping them. But I think it's sick because the airbag is the funniest thing to hit in the world.
Hey, airbag's one thing. Taking to the snow, whole nother can of worms, brother.
So beast.
Yeah, this seriously could have gone wrong.
All right, next clip we got Rome video, Noah Colville. It's kind of a random clip in the video, but it's just a nice. It's just a nice
Dude,
one.
I love this one.
This one rules.
You know, like you don't see a snow wally much. 50-50.
You got all the
Wallies.
whole base
So
on the
gas.
wall.
Yeah.
That was great.
Ted, are you feeling this one?
I am feeling this one. The Colville brothers are sick too, especially like me coming from Vermont, seeing two kids from Vermont just fucking shit up.
Are you from Massachusetts, Ted?
I snowboarded in Vermont. Yeah, I am from Massachusetts.
This one's awesome.
I don't know where they're from. Maybe they could be a different state too, but they
Squid?
snowboard in Vermont.
Shout out Squid. He's claiming clip of the year on this.
That's a nice one.
I like this one a
It's a
lot.
nice offering.
I know Nick Miller's got a similar thing. That's maybe not out, so maybe I shouldn't say, but he's got a nice little
Hard
wally.
to make a snowboard wally look good.
It is.
Next clip we have is, I'm just going to say Yaba. And it's a cork backside 180, I think. Is anybody, somebody tell me what this is, because I don't know what I'm watching.
This was giving me Matt McTaggart vibes, speaking of old school Vermont.
Straight up.
I think this was another caption where he goes MBD question mark.
Yeah, I also, I first saw the clip before I saw the caption and I was like, wow, that was crazy. And then the caption kind of killed it for me.
So does anybody know what's happening here?
He goes hand drag upside down and then kind of wet cat back to.
I think a lot of dudes are doing that, like sloth roll front one, but he doesn't take it around on the flip. He just keeps his front leg back somehow.
I gotta say it's impressive, but it doesn't do it for me.
But it's not a corked back 180, because that's what I'm seeing.
I think it's a cork back 180.
It's got
I
to
mean,
be.
I think
Yeah, it
that's
is for sure.
Okay.
Corked 180.
his stomach is to the ground. I think this is fucking
You don't see
dope.
cork
I think
back
it's
ones
crazy.
all that often. You cork front 5, you know?
Ted, real quick, what's a worse caption? Is it the NBD question mark, or is it what would you call this trick when it clearly has a name?
I love the what would you call this, because it just like immediately is getting the name in the comments.
Also prefer the what would you call this? Because then you can just comment what it actually is.
All right. We got a Takaru clip. It's a 2-piece offering, and he comes up frontside 10 melon.
Dude.
It's like in the greater Whistler area.
Seymour, maybe?
Yeah, dude, this guy out of the contest scene into the mountains. I am loving Takaru.
Love
He's
that.
the sickest.
Sick wedge.
And then here's a method that we all dream about. Look at his
Dude.
ha.
I think that's what makes the good method is like that, and like Brock Crouch, like holding it, the oppo tweak, and then getting the method. That shit's sick.
I would do unforgivable things for a method like that.
It's just a beautiful looking jump too.
And just take note of where he's grabbing on the front 10. He's not just like
so low.
Yeah, he's like really grabbing that thing in the right spot.
I think he tightened up his stance a lot too. It's kind of helping the ski. I'm liking that.
Bigger board, maybe?
Maybe, yeah.
Ted, would you use those clips in your movie?
1,000%.
Okay, just making sure. Okay, and the last clip that we have is Zeb Powell. A new twist on backcountry snowboarding, and I'm loving it like McDonald's. Front flips through a tree, lands into another front flip.
Yeah, that's just Zeb doing Zeb. That's like peak Zeb, which...
Yeah. Those are my favorite Zeb moments.
Yeah, we
like
just need more of that.
that one back in the day where he caught heels in the back rodeo and just like flew and then got there somehow.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I don't understand this because a lot of people do the front flip out of a knuckle, but there's no knuckle. He just, I don't know where he got the pop. It's just flat to flat.
Maybe it's the giant nose on the board.
Yeah.
Literally,
propelled
it's
him.
just Zeb.
Yeah.
Like you can't explain these things.
Yeah, but like the Jared one, the dub chuck front flip.
Yeah, that was fire too.
It's not quite like it's like a "Are you not entertained?" gladiator moment coming
Like,
out of that.
he's not-
Are you kidding me?
He's not higher off the ground than his board is tall. Like his board is taller than how like low he is to the ground.
I also love the kit. Like he's wearing a hoodie, open jacket, and a hat. Yeah. And he's in Japan, maybe. Like, are you not? Is it not cold out there? I've never been, but he's got to be cold, dude. He's got to be wet.
God, that was
Another
awesome.
great offering. That's in the Burton video paved, and that is our heater clips for the week. And we're recording this on a Wednesday, the Wednesday before it comes out. So I'm sure we'll miss a lot of heater clips by the time this comes out. But that's the best I could do for our piece of shit radio show we got here. But some good offerings. Favorite clip in the heater clips? What do you got, Ted?
It's either Zeb or Takaru. I might go, or actually, no, I'm gonna go Colville.
Ooh, keep it
Colville's
street.
just, yeah, I'm
Keep
gonna go
it streets.
Colville. I'm really entertained by the Zeb and the Takaru ones, but just like as a fan of street snowboarding, yeah, the Wally's pretty epic.
I'm with you there. My favorite too.
Yeah, I really like the Takaru, and the list clip is just mental. It's insane, and he needs love this year, so he's looking good.
Okay, we're getting into the segment of the show for all the product nerds out there. It's called Product Talk. We got some news that came across my desk. Union is launching boots. They have an all-new Union boot division, headquarters in Italy, 100% owned and operated by Union, made with an exclusive patented design, state-of-the-art assembly process, emphasis on durability and innovation. And on our show, T. Rice has talked about it. Kind of interesting stuff. Union's making boots. Never thought I'd see the day, but you guys have any thoughts?
Nope.
No thoughts.
No thoughts.
It's cool. I mean, I think a boot should last.
Yep.
It's fire.
Well, this brings me on our next subject, 32. Thinking about this product talk, we didn't have a ton of subjects, but Bode, you have a boot with 32, and yours is kind of for specific consumer person, bigger foot type of person. It's a wide. Can you tell us about that boot?
Yeah, and honestly, I don't think it's for one specific person. It's like if you don't have wide feet and you just like a little more room, like it just has that little extra room. Which like technically I have a giant foot, and I've been to the podiatrist a bunch for foot issues.
Orthopedic shoes.
Yep. But I guess technically I don't have a wide foot, but I just like extra room to wiggle my toes and if I need, more support, I just crank them down a little bit, crank the straps a little bit. But it's more comfortable. You're not getting suffocated in your boot. Because if your boot's too tight, then your foot gets cold, and it's just kind of hard to be out there with getting your circulation cut off. So it's just a great, comfortable boot.
What is the platform? What's the boot silhouette?
I don't know what that
Team
means.
2? Like is
yeah, it's the Team 2, which is my favorite boot from 32. It's like their I don't know if it's the best-selling one, but it's like just kind of medium stiff, just really comfortable, best boot in the line in my opinion.
Cool.
Yeah, and I like the double boa. I know people. What side are you on, boa or lace?
I got double bows too. I got the XLT. Mine's basically the same boot as yours, minus wide factor with just a power strap at the top.
Yeah, power strap's nice. I kind of want one of those one day.
Yeah, adds a little more stiffness to your boots, and it's also a fail safe. If a boa breaks in the mountains or the backcountry, you still. I've had that happen where you break a boa and you have to use a volley strap to keep your boot tight. And you get the power strap, you don't need that.
That's great.
I'm a fan. How you like the Solomon boots, Jack?
Dude, I love them. I ride the Malamute, like the stiffest boot in the line. I really prefer a stiff boot. I rode some softer boots and broke my ankle a couple years back, so I just go full stiff.
Yeah, half pipe.
I'm kind of on the other side. I just crank my boots as tight as they can possibly go. Like they're creased by 2 weeks, and so.
Nice. You go football lace job on that. And then since you guys are both tall, we have some questions about
me and Bode.
Yeah, you and Bode. Exactly. We have some questions about like big boards and things like that. So first of all, Ted and Bode, what size board do you guys ride?
I ride a 165 wide.
I'm a little bit smaller on a board just because I like a little more play. Right now I'm on a 62, but when I like in my snowboarding days, I would go 59 and usually like mid wide or wide.
So this question's from Josh Taylor. He says, does Bode change up his board depending on where or what he's riding?
I ride it's a 165 wide high path by Solomon, and I ride that 90% of the time just because 90% of the time I'm filming in the backcountry. But if I'm riding the park or if I'm jibbing at the space station up in Wyoming, I'm on a 62 wide abstract, which is kind of their all around park jib board. And luckily they make it in a big enough size because a lot of the like park jib boards, a lot of companies don't even make them above like 159s or 160s. So those are pretty much my only two boards I ride. I was flirting around with a Louif 164 last year, which was really fun for like Brighton powder days and kind of tighter terrain and stuff, a little more nimble.
But when you're hitting the hogs, you want something a little stiffer?
Yeah, I get special boards made that are extra stiff. They're like 2x4s, and I like not much flex in my boards.
I've actually ridden one of your special boards. They're horrible. They're actually like the general consumer would not want this snowboard. Do you remember that, Bode?
I do remember, yeah, you asked for a board to do a double slide on, and you actually took the wrong board and took one of my like specialty mades. I only get like 2 of them made a year. You took one, jumped off a roof onto a double slide and completely destroyed it.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
It was so stiff though. It was like ridiculous. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys ever strapped it to 170. Was it 170?
That was when it was, I was riding a 173 or something.
Yeah, dude, 173, bro. Yeah, that's just so you can go full speed in Alaska right there, right?
Yeah, and but I'm not really doing that much anymore. So now I'm like down to a 165 that's just stiff and it's wide. So yeah, it's playful. It's fun.
I'd imagine toe drag's an issue for you guys.
Yep.
Honestly, not really. I can't remember the last time I've noticed toe drag. Maybe it's just because I've been riding mid wides or wide boards. But I got size 12 feet. Maybe it's the boot profiles that I've been on.
Well, must be nice.
All right, people, I got a little secret to share with you. I've been chugging creatine, and I've been loving it. And here's why. After a long hike to reach the perfect line, or a full day of riding powder, or hours of shoveling to build a spot, it's normal to feel completely spent. That's where creatine makes a real difference. Beyond its reputation in the gym, creatine is daily fuel for both the body and the mind. It supports sustained energy, enhances recovery, and helps you get back on your board faster, ready for whatever the mountain throws at you. Momentous just dropped their new creatine lemon travel packs. I've been loving these bad Larrys. You toss one in your bag, mix it with water, and you're good to go. No scoops, no mess, no excuses. And it's good stuff. CreaPure creatine, single source from Germany, NSF certified for sport, so it's trusted by pros and even the military. Hit up livemomentous.com and use promo code BOMBHOLE, and you'll get up to 35% off your order. It's good stuff. Again, livemomentous.com, promo code BOMBHOLE. You won't regret it.
Over the past 13 years, Patagonia's Pow Slayer series has earned a near mythical status among those seeking the steepest, deepest powder in the biggest mountains. These are the ones who let their tracks do the talking, who start before sunrise and leave behind lines as bold as they are nameless. The new Pow Slayer free ride kit is built for those riders. Bombhole listeners, I got some news for you. The holidays are fast approaching, and if you ask me, Yeti is making the perfect holiday gifts. They've got leak-proof in stackable designs that are available in a rather wide selection of colors. They've got drinkware for everything drinkable. We're talking water, check. Coffee, check. Wine, check. Beer, check, etc. The list goes on. I don't need to keep going, do I? Personally, I'm going to be rocking this Rambler drinkware all winter long because A, it has rust and puncture resistant kitchen grade stainless steel, and B, it's been expertly designed to keep the cold drinks cold, just like all Yeti products. And if you're participating in, let's say, a stocking this year, perhaps, might I recommend some stocking stuffer gift ideas such as A, the shot glass, or B, a flask. If you're interested in some Yeti products, head on over to yeti.com.
All right, Jack, I know you've ridden Mammoth a lot in your life. We're going to do a blind ranking for Mammoth right now, and this is your favorite park, and you're going to, or best park 1 through 5, since they have so many snowboard parks. First one, where does this land in your order? Forest Trail.
1.
Forest Trail's your first pick.
Forest Trail's lit. It's got the mini pipe and boxes and jibs. That's like style when you're like just cruising.
Okay, next one, Jibs and More Park.
Jibs and More Park? I haven't really heard of it, to be honest, so I'm going to put that down at 5.
That's in 5th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Wonderland. Where does that land for you?
Wonderland, let's go 4.
Okay.
I know what's coming.
South Park. Where does that land for you?
South Park's 2.
South Park's 2. Wow. Mm-hmm. All right. Main Park. Where does that land for you?
Main Park's 3.
Okay. So that would make we have one last one, and that's the Snake Run.
Did I already cover 1 through 5?
I think there's 6. I said 5, but there's 6.
Well, I'd shove Snake Run in the middle somewhere there.
Well, you can't reshuffle. It's stuck at 6.
All right, well, I guess it's stuck at 6, but it's lit.
There it is. All right. Check out Mammoth. They got all kinds of badass parks. All right, we just took a quick break, and we have an impromptu subject right now we're going to jump into. Dixon is a guy, he's new here at the Bomb Hole. He's from North Carolina. He's doing a lot of editing work, live stream work for us. Dixon also watches podcasts in 1.75 speed. If you've ever listened to it, it sounds insane. Sell us on that, Dixon.
Saves you a lot of time. That's
about it. What about snowboard videos?
Oh, I mean, also on 1.75 speed. But again, I watch a lot of YouTube and stuff, so I'm just trying to save time as well.
Do you feel like it's disrespectful to the filmers and the riders when you're watching at 1.75?
It might be a little sacrilege to some degree, but I mean, you get used to it, and then it seems fine. If anything, it just makes you think that normal speed is like super slow. But
when you hear us talk in the office after you've been listening to everything at 1.75, do we sound like crazy slow?
No, not in person. It sounds fine. Now, if I like watch a video at normal speed right after I watch it sped up on it sounds slow. But every other time it's fine.
What's your favorite type of snowboard video to watch sped up?
Like a podcast, or how you mean?
Snowboard video.
I'm just going to give you a sample of what it sounds like for him.
I have a hard argument against that. Solid, good answer. Would you consider snowboarding art form, a sport, or a lifestyle? For me, it's a lifestyle, but I think it can be any one of those 3 things, depending on who you are and what you get out of it. Great answer.
That's fine. Great answer. You don't
So
start.
are we the ones blowing it by listening to it at regular speed?
I think you're missing. You got a lot of time that you could be making, that you could be saving right now, and you're not.
What do you do with all the time you save from watching the podcast sped up?
Watch more podcasts. But you don't start at 1.75. You start at like 1.25, and then 1.5, and then 1.75.
Do you ever start at 1?
What is that? What does like a 1080 look like at 1.75? You know what you're seeing?
Generally, most of the time, if somebody does.
It would look
You ever
like
watch the 2340? The 2340? What does that look like?
I'm very grateful for asymmetrical board graphics, because if you're watching sped up, most of the time you assume you missed a 360 off the lip immediately. You just kind of start at 7, and then I just try to keep track of a nose, or like a piece of the graphic, and just count as they come around.
So you're pretty dialed.
I mean, I wouldn't say
You just kind of add a 360 on at the end, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right off the rip.
But I mean, it helps. If you think the bigger spins are hard to count at normal speed, you get used to them at high speed. Watching them at regular time is much easier.
It's like training.
Yeah. If you're an Olympic judge out there and you're struggling right now, yes, I'm telling you.
So for somebody like Bode who's out here, he's trying to make a video that makes you feel something where you don't really get the feel, right? Like, are you getting a vibe of a movie at 1.75? Like,
yeah, I mean, it's definitely. I don't listen to my music sped up, so hearing. So I mean,
I just need to hear more songs.
So then what's a snowboard video like with the music all sped up?
The music's critical to the video.
You still get the vibe of it. It's definitely sped up a little.
I can see like a vlog. Like I'd be like, all right, let's move it along. Let's get it. But
yeah, you build up to it. It's not. It's going from 1 to 1.75 is much harsher, but building up, it's not.
You got
bad,
a tolerance. You got a tolerance.
Yeah. I'm definitely watching like lectures in 175 at school. But
I think what we should do is we should put a big air contest on at 1.75 and see who calls the tricks. I'd love to see.
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I'd love to see what you're calling these tricks.
If I can have a cheat sheet of like how many spins equals degree of turns, I'll be solid.
What do you mean? A spin is a degree of turns?
No, I'm saying like
2 720.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
I can't do the math immediately in my head yet. I'm not. I got a little tricklexia, but besides that,
maybe the sped up videos are not helping.
I think it helps a little bit.
Yeah, maybe we should do that for Video Apocalypse when we watch every video back to back to back.
It'll save you a lot of time. Over 50 hours, you're saving at least 2 to 3, if not more.
I love it. All right, I'm glad we covered it. Well, I think you should stay in here, Dixon. Now that you're in the booth,
all right.
Let's keep you in. We're gonna get into Patreon questions. Thank you so much to all of our Patreon members. We really appreciate you guys. Couldn't do the show without you. All right, first question. This is for Ted. Ted, if you had to pick one camera, one lens forever, what are you choosing?
Oh God, one lens forever.
Bad boy.
And one camera.
Oh, wait a second. Before you answer that, I got to play the Patreon jingle. Hang on.
It's time for Patreon questions.
I don't forget about.
Okay. It's our new jingle.
I would just go with a camcorder that has a zoom. I hate to not include a fisheye, but I don't want to only be fisheye.
Sacrilege.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
All right, next question is from Nico Loya. Jack Coyne, in your own words, why is Colorado superior to Utah?
I low-key don't think it is.
Ooh.
But I think like I think the zone is better, but the people are better here. I have way more friends who are here, and we get to shred together every day. And Colorado, a lot of my homies have left. So I'm having a better time out here, but if all these homies were in Colorado, it would be epic.
All right, this question is definitely not for Jack. It's from Pete Hoops. As a rider in the over 6 foot crew, do you guys have any tips for better style as a taller rider? Also, in general, what are some of the pros and cons of having height on hill? Maybe start with cons.
Cons of having height on hill: longer limbs, you got more to flail, your back hurts, your gear's heavier.
Toe drag?
Toe drag.
Getting like bumped in the head with the bar.
Yeah, that actually happens quite a bit. Yeah, just kind of like running into things a little bit easier. Pros, you can see a lot better.
People asking how tall you are, how the air is up there. That's probably
really,
a pro.
That's actually a thing.
Duck spots are harder too.
Yeah, we joke about that, but that really is a thing. You'll just get a random person in the lift line, just be like, "So, how tall are you?" Just be like, "Thanks, I'm 6'5", I guess. Yeah, you can't find gear as easily. There's a lot of.
Let's talk premieres, dude. You guys are winning.
Good point.
Concerts. I've never
Yeah,
watched
that's
a
facts.
snowboard movie at a premiere unless I'm the first dude in the front of the line.
Yeah.
And then you're behind Bode. You're like, fuck my life.
Yeah, that's a good pro. Airplane travel is really hard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's a con.
Are you a window or aisle man in that case, being tall?
Aisle, so I can swing my aisle, so I can swing my knees out because there's no way my knees aren't just smashed against the
Yeah,
front
and I
seat.
like the aisle because I really love getting my shoulders slammed by the cart every 20 minutes.
But going back to the question about maybe tips for better style.
Yep.
Get oversized clothes.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, high watering out there.
Don't kid yourself. You're not going to fit in the large.
Get the double XL. It hides bad style a little more.
Good stuff. This is from Alex Andrews, aka AA Sameway. Is his Patreon name? Great name, Alex. Ted, should we fire up a new preseason spot for the old heads and call it Old Head Forest, like the Bone Zone?
Yes. Easy answer.
Yeah, simple. One word answer. All right. From Eric Zimmerman, Mount Rushmore of filming snacks. Everybody's favorite snack to go riding. Dixon, why don't you field this one? Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew. Trail mix. Anything that is freeze resistant is ideal. So kind of your high chews are kind of out because they turn into bricks basically.
I'm going to go ahead and disagree with that. High chews are an awesome filming snack.
Yeah, I like a gummy bear.
I'm going Bueno bar is like the sickest chocolate bar you can have. They do get crushed though in the backpack.
I don't know if it counts as a snack, but I have a giant thermos that I fill up with tea and honey and put it in my backcountry bag. Oh, usually snowmobiling because I don't want that weight on my back. But man, that midday hot tea on a cold day.
Tazo tea kind of guy?
No, actually.
Have you ever done the bone broth? I've heard people do that.
No, I haven't, but that would be awesome.
Have you tried listening to podcasts in 1.75?
I'm still reeling on that, dude. I can't. I'm tripping. I mean, the podcast makes sense. The movies?
We just bonded over movies stuff yesterday.
Oh my God.
What about like
apart?
what about when you're like streaming Netflix? 175.
You speed up Netflix.
No.
Yes.
No.
TVs.
No.
Everything.
No.
I thought, did you not realize this? Yeah. Everything I watch. Why would I not?
What the fuck is
I don't
wrong
want
with
to
you?
ruin. I
I am generally bad.
don't want to ruin my sped up.
You guys had a bonding over movies too. And now he's basically watching fast forward.
You watch cinematic masterpieces sped up. That is such a slap in the face. to
Space Odyssey.
filmmakers.
Space Odyssey is so long, Bode.
What about Fast and the Furious?
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious super fast.
What about whatever the third one was called?
Oh my God.
All right, Dixon. Another thing that I think, if we're talking about human optimization, one of my favorite things that you do is your routine of what you do at the gym to get ready for snowboard season. Walk us through it.
So I have a 20-pound weighted vest that I've had for a while. So I'll just go to the gym and hop on the Stairmaster. And once I'm still building up, coming down from the summer. But once I'm at ideal, I'm doing like 200 floors in an hour with the 20-pound weighted vest on.
Damn.
And then
That's beast.
depending on how much weight I gained over the summer, I'll do that once or twice a day, just building up to snowboard season.
God damn.
If you're doing a bunch of backcountry hiking up snow, it comes in handy.
That's actually the most practical gym thing I've ever heard in my life.
All of my physical therapists tell me to do that, especially with a back problem and a large backpack.
Sexton. I just think about Sexton just battling a handrail, just walking upstairs all day long.
20-pound vest.
He needs that.
I was just thinking about Scott on a trampoline, ankle weights.
You know what it should be is actually, like Sexton should be hiking up the stairs. And then, like, for your role as a filmer, you could just be, like, just standing there next to the Stairmaster to get ready for winter. Just kind of, like, miserable.
Just not on the Stairmaster, but
just next to it. Yep.
With, like, a bunch of fans just directly at my face till I'm cold.
I tried to read the new Slush mag the other day while I was Stairmastering. I made it like 5 minutes, and the magazine was just drenched in sweat.
Yeah.
couldn't get through it.
Too bad you can't read in 1.75.
Yeah, what do you do with the magazine? You can't speed that up.
Can't. There are websites where you can like enter whatever you're reading in, and instead of you moving your eyes, it'll just replace the word in one still spot right in front of you, and you can speed up your reading a lot faster that way. I don't do that. But
Slush has a digital version. I'm sure you can figure it out.
I'll try. I'll play around. I'll see.
All right, next Patreon question from Nico Loya. Bode, what's the toughest injury to come back from, whether physically or mentally?
I guess there's two separate answers to that. Physically, it was breaking my neck when I was 20 years old. It still messes me up today. I have to get work done like once a month or else my neck just totally stiffens up and I get crazy migraines. So yeah, broken neck. Emotionally was getting buried in an avalanche. And that was pretty tough to come back from. Mentally, still got some PTSD in there. So yeah, injuries suck.
Savage, dude. I was laughing because when you fell off the roof in Alaska and you basically broke your neck again.
Oh my God. That was
shoveling.
so gnarly.
Fell off the roof shoveling.
Yeah, I'm the only
and
idiot to
and
get shoveling
snowboarding fell off the
injury.
roof in Alaska. In Anchorage.
Oh my God, yeah, when I broke my ass.
And also almost broke your neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that was my last street trip. Hung it up after that one.
All right. That's it. That's our Patreon questions. Thanks to everybody that submitted questions. We're going to talk about Spike with Ted Borland, new Nitro movie. Ted, I got a chance to see it. Thanks for giving me the screener. It was a masterpiece. I personally think it's your best work. How do you feel about this offering?
First of all, thank you. It was very nice of you. I feel good about it. And I mean, you always kind of wish that there was more. I wish that there was a little bit more snow in different places. I wish that a bunch of our riders didn't get as hurt as they did, but I'm happy with it. But yeah, Spike is a new video from Nitro. We just wanted to make kind of a classic team snowboard video where it's rider focused. It was kind of like Sam's brainchild. So he kind of brought it to the big dogs that run Nitro and was like, we need to do a team movie. We want to do it like on our own, like have Nitro just put it out because they've done a lot of stuff with Red Bull in the past. And then, yeah, just kind of the goal was to give the team riders the keys to a lot of the decisions that were made. So it was really focused on them. It's part-based. For me, I was just like, all right, classic snowboard video. Like I grew up on these. It's an honor to be able to keep making them. And we did our best. And I think it was really, we put a lot of emphasis on making it well-rounded because Nitro's team is huge and covers kind of all parts of snowboarding. So we didn't want it to be like a jib movie or a POW movie or like a park movie or anything. And I just really wanted to show the riders' personalities because I think everyone on the team is just like a true snowboarder. And you can tell, like, they're not like, they are these like snowboard superheroes, but they're also like someone you could hang out with in a room and they're not going to be like too cool or just like mega pro, like living the rock star lifestyle. So I personally tried to like kind of make fun of all the riders or at least like show them being idiots because it kind of humanizes them a little bit. And yeah, it was really fun.
Just favorite part from the movie?
I really like the Alaska section for a lot of different reasons. It was maybe the worst snowboarding in the movie because they went up there on like the worst conditions. But it was really entertaining for me to get all the footage back because I knew that they had really bad snow. So it wasn't
Lil Jeff was the filmer.
Yeah.
I remember him out there.
They had Dylan Ross as well, who was our backcountry filmer for the year. Or at least he was like kind of more dedicated to the backcountry. But I ended up not being able to go because I kind of hurt my back and just kind of, there's a lot of other decisions. And we had another filmer. So I was like, I'm going to send Dylan up there in my place. And then Brian was like, how about we bring Jeff? And I was just like, oh my God, perfect. Because that's kind of like, I don't know. They went up to, we had the Alaska trip planned. And then a few days before we were supposed to go, that was when the accident in Canada happened where we lost Pash and Jeff Keenan. So it was kind of like a heavy time period. And it was really hard to make the call whether they were still going to go to Alaska at all, just because like so soon after an event like that, you don't really want to dive into putting yourself right back in danger. But at the end of the day, like those guys would be pissed if they didn't go on the trip. So it was kind of like, all right, well, maybe we're not going to go up to Alaska with like the idea of going to do all these gnarly lines and crazy tricks, but like, let's go have fun. And then Brian brought up Jeff, and I was just like, oh, this is perfect because he's going to be able to kind of capture that vibe and make those guys feel good. Just kind of like a fun Alaska trip, which is pretty rare. Like you're spending so much money. And luckily, Canute was just like, you know, we already spent the money on this place. It's a lot to go up there and not just like, I don't know, you're making a team snowboard video. You want the best snowboarding you can get. But in those circumstances, he was just like, you guys should just go have fun. So for me, putting the movie together, I was not so worried about the footage. I was just like, I just want to make Alaska look fun. I want to show these guys like having a good time. And hopefully I did that. There's a couple scenes that you get some good laughs out of.
Yeah, when they flip off the Burton helicopter, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Question, as a person who's making a cinematic masterpiece, how does it feel to know that somebody's consuming it at 1.75?
I'm going to just, people can consume it however they want. At the end of the day, it's a snowboard video. It's not like especially what we made. If I were Bode in Bode's position and he's putting a lot more thought and emotion into his movie, I might be a little more upset. But, you want to skip through a couple parts a little bit faster, that's on you. The people that, if you latch on to tricks enough, you'll go back and rewatch them enough times anyways. So,
Also, JMO.
JMO's
still got
heat.
fucking heat.
Oh, yeah.
Iris Fam, heat.
Yeah.
Mateo, heat.
Yeah,
a lot of good parts in that thing. Dom Wagner, heat.
Yeah, Nils.
Nils
Nils is maybe the most underrated snowboarder out there.
Yep.
And he has been forever. I don't know. I think it's a cool movie. It's got a pretty diverse group, but all kind of like video part heroes. Maybe people have seen them before, maybe they haven't. And we just tried to make it a little bit different than Nitro's done in the past. I'm not going to say it's like the first team movie Nitro's ever done, because obviously they've done a bunch of different stuff, but we just wanted to switch it up a little bit from previous years. And
Dixon, do you have any questions for Ted?
How many times did Canute ask you if Paved was a good name? Or I'm sorry, if Spike was a good name for a team movie?
He didn't ask me that many times, and I think it's he definitely had some different name suggestions, but
Bode, what do you think of the name?
I love it.
I think
Spike,
it's a good name.
Great, to the point.
Jack, do you like the name?
I like Spike, dude.
Yeah.
What's it come from?
Dixon, do you like it?
Yeah, it's solid.
Oh, hit me with
Spike. The name comes from. So Sam came up with this. We were basically when we were concepting the movie, we were like, essentially, Andy and Canute and Tommy, who run Nitro, they were like, let's let the team just kind of like run loose with this. So the idea was that it could be like this this dog that is normally leashed up or behind a fence or something. And for this movie, we're just letting the dog loose. So for a while, we were thinking of like different dog themes, and Sam was just like, it would be a sick dog name is Spike.
That's fire.
And then
I really like the graphics for the flyers and like the fence. And
yeah,
the dog.
that's all our boy Fabi and Fuchs. Really sick German artist.
I had a dog named Spiked, not to flex.
You had what?
I had a dog named Spike.
Really?
Respect.
Awesome. I had a little black poodle named Spike as a kid. So
That's a freaking G name.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that you named the movie after Dixon's dog. All right.
Appreciate it.
We're getting to the final segment of the show. These are Instagram questions, which we have a new jingle for. Here we go.
Instagram questions.
I don't forget.
All right, folks, let's finish strong here. Instagram questions. Dixon, you're jumping in on these too. First question. This is from The Sweeper, which is, I think maybe they're from Boston. Sweeper with a Boston accent. And you're right. Is Mount Hood the most influential mountain in the history for freestyle? Never thought about it? Might be a yes.
Yes.
Yes?
I'm saying yes.
I think, yeah. I grew up watching all the videos, and that's why I went and worked at camp. I was like watching you guys do the summer camps and grinding there. I was like, I want to do that shit. That's sick.
Bodie?
I think overall, it's it could be considered number one. If we're talking different eras, I would have different answers. But I think through the over the whole length of snowboarding, it could be.
Dixon?
Yeah, possibly. I can't say I've ever been, but I've seen here great things, and it looks sick.
Okay, next question is from Seth McCarthy. What is a chicane, and how does it differ from a sloth roll? Bode, you want to field this?
Well, they're two completely different tricks. A sloth roll is kind of like a barrel roll wildcat hybrid, and a chicane is a switch. It's sort of like a switch front rodeo, but instead of flipping backwards, you're flipping forwards. So it's almost kind of a switch front flip 180 switch front rodeo hybrid.
Could you tell the difference in 1.75 speed if you watched them back or no?
Yes, I could.
This is a good question. Hayden Laundry A. How do pros maintain so many tricks and keep them looking nice? Do you ever have to relearn any? Bode?
Yeah, I'm at a point where I'm constantly relearning tricks, but I'm learning new ones as well. But yeah, keeping the knife sharp is you got to do it. So you just got to keep doing every trick over and over again. The park's really nice for that. I don't know.
Jack?
I think I've definitely lost a lot of tricks from the half pipe contest scene that hopefully I'll never do again.
Can you still do a switch double chuck in the pipe?
I think that one could come back for sure. But there's definitely some other scarier ones that won't see the light of day. But I think learning new tricks, it all comes from like a little thing you did messing around, and then you can take it to a new level. Like you're in the park and you like the switch chuck I learned when I was like 12 on a hip in copper. And then I was at a training camp in Mammoth, and I was like, oh, maybe I should try and double flip that. And it always comes from something else.
This next question is from Andrew Lucas Aldridge. Shout out Dridge. Anyone else miss the Dan Breezy era street clips / spots? I miss them.
I don't know if I miss. I do miss them sometimes. I'm gonna say that, but I think it's nice to not use so many tools. I think that the tools got a little bit excessive.
I miss the clips. I don't miss the setups.
Yeah, I don't miss that one.
But the clips, like, I love, like, Frank Berg had someone posted a Frank Berg clip the other day. I think it was Absinthe of like a back one switch press wall ride off of like a 3-story roof. And I saw that and I was like, that's the sickest thing I've seen on Instagram today. And all these movies are dropping. So,
dude, those are insane. Like we passed by that closeout you hit the other day.
Which one?
You didn't hit it the other day, but we passed by that closeout West Salt Lake on the way to the Salt Flats, or where we were filming the car.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, you jumped off the top of that thing.
Yeah. It was a crazy era.
A lot of times on roofs.
Yeah.
I would like to see it get integrated back a little more into videos, so it has a nice like mix up between all just like down rails and kink rails.
I think it does. It's just gotten a little bit more simplified. Like you see Cos Lemons is up there on some big ass roofs. Like Dom, a lot of the European riders are still, especially in Finland, they're still up on the roofs. They're still doing some breezy style stuff.
That's true. Rene had a lot, or some in
Rene.
Heaven, and yeah, it's. I feel like it's coming back in certain areas, certain crews. But yeah.
What was the biggest thing you rode off of, Bode? In the streets, you think?
Check the resume, bro. He's got some big stuff back there.
Definitely when we would go on street trips, I would always look up wherever we went. I was like rolling the window down, trying to get my eyes up.
Dude, we were on so many goddamn roofs.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe 3 stories.
It's only 30 feet, if you think about it.
It's only 30 feet. Yeah.
All right, Kyle Skyberg wants to know, Bode, what is the secret to eternal youth on a snowboard?
Just love and passion.
Fire.
I mean, there is no secret. I mean, you got to keep your body right and do all that stuff to like keep the body going. But if you're not loving it and not passionate about it, like you're not gonna keep going.
Have you ever taken like a big break from doing tricks?
I've tried, but I can't do it. I'm too hooked. I'm addicted. I'm a full-on addict.
You really are.
How many video parts you filmed? Have you ever added them up?
I haven't. It's probably close to 20 now.
God damn. Okay, this is from Roadrunner Productions. Ted, as a filmer, how do you feel about reel formats clips with fish eyes?
I hate them. Unless you are like thinking about that format while you're filming it. Like the point of a fisheye is to show more of the space and to get closer to the rider. And the format of a vertical reel takes away from that. So in order to like make it fit, usually like I'd say 60 to 70% of the time it just doesn't work and it looks like trash.
What are your thoughts on just backing up the camera?
Then you're not using the lens the proper way.
Fair.
So
TikTok is on a new sideways scroll. You can get into some stuff. That's pretty good stuff.
So yeah, I like to hear that.
Horizontal scroll scenario.
Oh, crazy. Are we going back to boomer cam? Horizontal?
Boomer cam.
Hold your phone horizontal. Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah, I like that. Actually, that is coming back in the youth. I've seen a lot of
boomer
seen a lot of people holding their phone sideways.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't mind when people film, like turn the camera sideways. I'll say that. If you're like filming with the intent to put it out vertically, like that's all day, then you should be framing it the right way. But when you like mash a fisheye wide clip into a vertical reel, like you're literally just pleasing the algorithm and ruining your shot.
I like it. This next one's from Jerry Panda. Any tips on stopping the owl head when doing spins off of jumps? Not sure what he's referring to. Maybe like pre-spinning, right?
I think he's kind of talking about like just like maybe like if you're imagining a back seven, like looking with the head.
But you kind of have to do that, right?
I think just have control.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a later pop and you're not looking for it. You just know it's going to come.
Slow it down.
Yeah.
That would be my tip. That's any tip for jumping, right?
I would say there is no secret to snowboarding, but the general secret is if you can wait, waiting is the key on pretty much everything.
Pop, then spin.
Yep.
It's from Bogus Films. How many stomp pads is too many, Bode?
You can never have too many, unless you're stacking them on top of each other, and then it's just silly. But
does that work?
No, I don't think so. I've never tried, but.
Tristan Feenberg wants to know, dream Jack Coyne half pipe trick.
Dream half pipe trick. This one's kind of wild, but like a frontside gator roll is when you front one into a butter and then you 180 out. I think it'd be really sick to front one butter and then like switch back 5 or 9 out of it.
Like going up a pipe wall?
Like going up a pipe wall. Like
front side?
Do a off your toes.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Can you go do that, please?
I think it'd be cool. I think you would need
it.
like an undervert kind of bank with a doink at the end or something. I don't know.
Are you trying to? So you're buttering.
There's a wind lip in Whistler. You could do.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Good. The big quarter.
Low-key, I'm like, I like want to go hit that now, especially because all the commotion.
Switch double chuck that fucker.
It's the perfect frontside half pipe. Bode knows I looked for a half pipe all year long in the backcountry.
That is literally an iconic feature. The fact that thing exists, you should go do it.
This question's from Xander McDaddy. Chris's experience on the 9 Club and how it felt being the spokesperson of the community. Well, Xander, thanks for asking. It was fucking stressful. It's so funny. People come on our show and they're like, they trip out after they leave. And I'm like, what's your deal, dude? Why are you tripping? It's fine. Nobody cares. And then I did that when I went on there and I butchered a lot of stuff. I said the numbers for Burton. I got a message from someone from Burton that they're like more of a $300 million company. I think I said they're $500 or $600 million company. So apologies to Burton for overinflating your value of your company. I have another question here. It says, ask Chris if his butter on the 9 Club was actually a butter. It wasn't. It was a revert. Okay, it was a revert. Another thing that's been keeping me up at night. That was not a legit butter. I like reverted 20 feet before the rail, and I called it a butter. So I'm sorry, but all in all, it was really cool to go talk to those guys. Mainly, it was an honor to be asked to go on the show. And have I been in extreme anxiety about like trying to do a good job on there? Do I wish I said some things? I didn't mention Eastern Border. They asked me about my shop. They asked about Coliseum. Anyway, there's a lot of things that have been fucking me up, but all in all, it was a cool experience to be asked.
You did a good job on there.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Tried to speak like I love snowboarding, so I just tried to be authentic in my love for snowboarding on there. So
in 1.75, it sounded amazing.
Did it sound good? All right, we got another question from John Coyne.
Let's go.
Hi, Jack Coyne's dad here. I'd like to submit a question. Call me. I called him.
Yeah?
He didn't call me back.
No.
Yeah. I called him and texted him.
Well, for one, he doesn't answer any number from that's not a contact in his phone.
Call him.
So I don't know why he said that.
Let's try.
Should we try to call him on air?
Another try right now.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hey, John. Chris Grenier here from the Bomb Hole. We're just reacting to your request to call into the show. We're on the show right now. We got Jack. We'd love to know your question for your son.
Hey, Bubs, how are you?
Okay. Hold on. Jackie boy, when you were 14 and a half and 15, when you we got a last minute flight for you to do the Junior Olympics. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So do you remember I told you not to stay too long where you were sitting in the train station in Germany where you're trying to get your trains?
Yeah.
And you took $100 note out of a machine and someone tried to mug you?
I do. I do.
Tell us a little about that story. And I sent all your equipment ahead with your coach, but you got a cheaper flight. That's why you're on a separate flight by yourself. But how'd you get out of that incident with the skinhead muggers?
Oh, heavy. Yeah, it was a wild one. I was 14, traveling my first time to Europe alone, and I'm from Vail, Colorado, so I was like, thought everyone is just super nice and chill, and I go up to this kiosk to try and buy my ticket, and it's like it only takes $10 or $5 notes or like money, and I only had a 50. And so I like turn around to the one dude in this train station. It's dark behind me. And I'm like, do you have change? And he like looks at me like terrifyingly and like tries to rip it out of my hands. And I grab my backpack and like run, and I'm like hidden around a corner, like tweaking. And that's kind of the gist of that.
Hey, John, I got a question for you. What's your favorite moment watching your son at all the contests back in the day? Do you have a favorite moment?
Oh, I don't know. I think it was maybe one of the Burton U.S. Opens, actually, in Vail. Just proud of him to make it so young. And I think he got beat by Valentino Giselli, or the Australian guy.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I loved it all. I loved watching his skateboarding. I loved watching his snowboarding. The best one was actually, check it out, Copper Mountain. When he was little, he was doing border cross, right? And it was a semifinal event, so he only had to come in second to make the final. But Jack was so competitive, he always wanted to win. So at the second to last jump, he was in second place, and I was racing down the mountain on my board to watch the finish after watching the beginning. Anyways, Jack launches this jump when the other guy pumped the jump with his knees, and Jack launches the jump over his head and gets into the final, and he ended up winning the final, winning the nation the next day. But he didn't need to win the event, and he didn't care. You know what I mean?
If you're not first, you're last. All right, what would you say to yourself? Like, what's your reaction? Let's say Jack's putting down a pretty good run, and then he falls halfway through. Tell me how you'd react to that when you saw him go down.
Oh, I just got sad, especially half pipe when you had two chances. You know what I mean? I just got sad. Sometimes I couldn't even watch because I was scared that he was going to deck, you know. But I just felt bad when but most of the time Jack would come through on the second run. He was pretty clutch, so it wasn't. If he fell on the first run, he usually came through on the second run. Usually.
Where did he get those ice water veins from? Did he get those from you?
Oh no, man! I was a good lacrosse player back in the day, but I got my college paid for, but I didn't kill it like Jack killed it.
That's incredible. Well, thanks for taking the time, John. Thanks for calling into the show. We appreciate it.
Hey, I love the Bomb Hole. I don't catch every episode, but I catch up with a lot of Jack's friends there, so I love it, man. Love it.
Well, thanks for listening. We appreciate you.
Thanks, Pops. Love you.
Okay, later. Bye-bye.
That was great, dude. He wanted us to call him. We did it.
He's the shit.
Yeah. Supportive parents, though. I feel like that's the reason why a lot of people are sitting there, right? You know, your dad, I'm sure, was a huge role.
I mean, He did it all for me. He drives an Uber and he like grinds his ass off. And all through high school, if I got an invite to go to the Locks Open last second because someone pulled out, he would drop of a dime, say you're going. And he's the fucking shit. He's supported all the way. And it's not like there's a lot of like hover dads in sports and hover parents. And he like, he didn't even know what was going on. You know, he couldn't name one of those tricks in the run, but.
Is he from New York?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
Is he coming to the premiere?
Yeah, he is.
Sick.
Yeah, I'm stoked.
Incredible. One last question. Here we go. Talking about Pepper, which we all filmed for. So let me find it.
Oh.
It was a good question. From Burns Mark. Bode, Ted, and Chris. What are your favorite memories from filming for Pepper?
I always look back on the 2 weekends in a row in Quebec.
Oh yeah,
when just like the whole crew got a shot each day, like back-to-back weekends. I feel like that's crazy, and we were just like all
stanny bad.
Yeah, it was so fucking.
He fell down the stairs.
Yeah,
so legendary.
The sleepwalker.
Yep. I think that's where the term celebratory Rhea came from. I believe.
Yeah, that was just like I've never seen such like a productivity level that high in all the years that I've been filming. I'm just like, wow. Just like everyone got video part shots every day, 2 weekends in a row. Like everyone was getting along. Everyone was having a good time. We were just having fun and kind of nailing it.
We were in a flow state that trip.
Yeah.
That was sick. Everybody was taking turns, supporting each other.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That was a
We had
special.
2 filmers. We had Stony Buds. It was just kind of like all cylinders firing at once.
Do you remember the trick you did, Ted and Pepper, where you did front 50 transfer to lip to switch from board?
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Yes,
That was cool. That was a good one for me.
I think that's the best clip you ever filmed.
That's pretty good for me.
I think it is.
I think it was the most satisfying because it had been in my brain for the longest.
Not the best, though.
I don't know. It's hard to say what's the best ever.
I had clip high.
I was actually feeling guilty because you wanted to hit the spot also, and you like made me go by myself.
Well,
so I was like the whole time I was like trying this, I was just like, fuck, Bode could also be hitting this, and I was just like feeling bad.
No, I was so hyped watching you battle that. I knew what you were going through, and like the reward at the end, I felt it, radiating through you.
Yeah, sick. That one felt good.
Yeah, Ozzy had a great showing that. I still think that's the clip of the movie, though.
Mine?
Yeah, I think that's the best clip in the movie.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, good times. All right, I think we did it. We answered Instagram questions. Dixon, do you have any questions?
No questions, but I am in the spaceship chair from Search Party that came out last year that we got recently here at the office.
All right, I think we did it. I think it's been a good show. Silk, do you think we did it? Yeah. It's been a great show.
Fire.
What was your favorite part of the show, guys? Ted, do you have a favorite moment? I like when John called.
I liked when John called. I liked hearing about when doves cry. I'm excited to see it.
Great video coming out soon. Bode, did you have fun on the show?
I did. Thanks for coming on, Dixon. I really enjoyed your presence.
Yep.
Thanks for having me. It's an honor. This is sick.
Yeah.
Jack, did you have fun on the show?
Dude, I mean, this is a dream come true for sure. I interned with you guys like 4 years ago, and I was like, I want to be on that shit. So
You made an AI video of us where it looked like it was me talking, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
That was weird.
I did. Now I'm off the AI. Let's cancel AI.
We're canceling AI?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy now. We might need it.
Explosions.
Fuck.
One last announcement too. We got a new website, bumhole.com. Bookmark it. We're putting all the latest videos on it. We're trying to make it cool. We really are. We're putting a lot of energy into trying to have a destination website. So go check out bombhole.com. If you're a boomer and you bookmark your sites, bookmark it. Do you bookmark, Ted? Are you a bookmarker?
I do go to my bookmarks, but I can't remember the last time I added a new one.
Well, add bombhole.com on there.
I'll add the bomb hole.
Yeah.
I'll add it on there.
Yeah,
To
let me
my,
know. I'm going to text you to remind you to do
boarding
that.
sites bookmark folder.
Yeah, bookmark that. I like it. Silk, who's taking us out of the show? I think Dixon. Yeah, Dixon. Why don't you do our sign off?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. This is so sick. I've been holding in a fart for so long. That's over and out.